Yeah. Of course. Of course. I mean, we got to let the rookies do what they want to do. I mean, we can't keep yelling at the rookies for chewing the cables. I mean, you gotta get to a point where they stop chewing on things, right? You know, it's gonna damage the whole fire station. Oh, what's up? How you guys doing? It's right before class. I didn't think you guys were gonna show up this early. What's up, Mate? I'm just hanging out in my dorm room. How's everybody doing? We're gonna get started with class in about 40 minutes. Around 40 minutes. I gotta kick you out of here. You know, I gotta send you to your dorm rooms. All right, your dorm rooms with the classroom. Jeez, what am I talking about? What's up, Dog in French? How you doing, Scott? Woo! Dan the beard, man. It's getting a little crazy. I think it's not growing. I need to cut the dead ends off. I want to say it's not growing, but it probably is. Feels like it's stalled though. Anybody know? You know when your beard stalls? I think it needs to get some dead ends cut. You gotta prune it. I know with plants you gotta do that. It's raining outside. Whew. Noel, how you doing? No problem, Mate. It's good to have you here. 82. Woo! How you doing? Oh, it is Taco Tuesday. Hey, we got 40 minutes before class starts. Can some of you rookies go get some tacos? We typically have about 450 people show up at once, but people leave. So go ahead and get 2,000 tacos. Okay. All right. What's up, Tony? How you doing? Woo! Attention's divided by COD zombies and me. Hey, go have some fun. We got a little bit of time. Michael Bender upgraded to senior crew member. Good to have you. It's good to have you. That's huge. That's the top level. We used to have DDFM Legends, which was $99.99, but I was like, it's just, I don't want anybody spending that money. So we knocked it down. We got rid of that. It's like the max it does now. Yeah, double check how things are. All right, that looks good. We getting tacos? Okay, good. Just double checking. Hey, you never know. You never know. Yet not. You love the channel. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Now's the time to kind of ask questions. I've been playing around with my trauma kit. It's the rescue kit. Patches are still coming in. We're kind of waiting on that stuff. We got all that stuff. I was playing around with the tourniquet. Setting it up. You know, prepped and ready for when you need it. A little rusty, actually. It was crazy. Hey, this stuff works, though. I was cutting off blood supply to my arm. I was like, whoa. Legging style pants. I batty. There are some. On RevZilla, if you look up women's legging pants, there's gonna be like a Fury. My wife has some. They're actually really good. Yeah, Noel, I took Total Control ARC 1 and 2, and I learned a ton. And it made me realize I didn't need a lot, you know, to be safe. So I'm like, why are we going through all these crazy advanced classes to learn a ton, which is what you should do anyways. But what I don't like hearing is from people saying you have to do that to be safe. Now, you can be safe without those classes, but man, is your toolbox going to get huge when you take a class like that. When is Gentleman's Ride? Are you still taking donations? Yes, we are still taking donations. The Gentleman's Ride, I believe, is on the 23rd. Yep, 23rd. It's on a Sunday. It's a solo ride. So I'm just trying to remember. Okay, so tab up towards chest. So put it on here. There. They already fucked it up. Yeah, I already messed it up. I can't see it. All right. It's been a while. I'm used to putting it on other people. Just send it up. Woo. All right, so boom, boom. See, that's the problem. All right, so I have it upside down. Just playing around with it. Thinking about ordering a bunch of training tourniquets, and then just with the pack, the next version's pack, I'll just send a training tourniquet with it for free. I think I might do that. There you go. Yep, I had it upside down. So I'm like bleeding out of my arm. Time. Boom. Let's see. No pulse. No pulse. Ah, all right. Ah. I think I could probably get one more twist. Let's see. Ah. Okay. They're not supposed to be. They're supposed to be painful. They're not. You're not supposed to enjoy a tourniquet, but the alternative is you bleed out and die. So after you practice with one, you want to stretch it back out because it's got that. See how there's that gap with the windlass? Gotta stretch it back out. The Ultimate Warriors armbands, hell yeah. Yeah, because when you twist it, there's like the cloth that twists, but or not cloth, but the nylon, and it goes along the length. So every time you twist it, it tightens the whole thing, not just. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I yelled out time. But yeah, you want to put the time, and we have inside the trauma kit. We have a little Sharpie, a Sharpie Mini inside the tourniquet, so you can do it. Also, remember everybody, you get a rescue card. It's just a simple little rescue card. Let's just do that. You can tie. Yeah, so I'm thinking about sending some training ones. So you also want to set it up for how you want to have it. So it's like this. Open it up. Keep forgetting if it's down. Yep. Yep. Okay. Tab down. Yeah, we're gonna have the rescue cards. We're gonna have the rescue cards available by themselves. We're also going to increase the size of them. So if you want to just buy them by themselves, we're gonna have ones that are bigger. So you open it up, have it down, tighten it as hard as you can, get it in. Time, go ahead and secure it. There it is. Let's see if it works. Just because you don't have a pulse doesn't mean you can't still get blood flow. It just means your diastolic is below 70. I'm sorry, systolic is below 70. But yeah, it knocked my blood pressure from my arm down from like the norm to like I can't feel my radial pulse. Yep. And it's good to practice. It's good to practice. I mean, I'm just doing my arms so you guys can see. We're gonna get in the next kit, which, guys, by the way, we still have a few more kits left. A few more of these kits. This is gonna be my training kit. The next kit I'm gonna get, instead of black tourniquets, I'm gonna get orange. We don't need to have tactical black. We get orange. You bought 2 trauma kits before you knew about yours. You got one for the bike and one for my range bag. I was wondering if you had any suggestions for GSWs. For GSWs, if it's in a leg, arm, in the pelvic area, you're gonna, and not so much the chest, but you do a lot of packing of the wound. If it's in the chest and you hear bubbles or you hear anything, especially, you know what, if you see any GSWs to the chest or the back, you're gonna want to use a chest seal, because you're gonna get you're gonna get some air in there, and it's gonna just start bubbling out, tension pneumothorax and everything. So you're gonna want to get a chest seal. Packing the wound is a huge one, so you're gonna put a lot of. There we go. You put a lot of roll gauze into the wound, pretty much this whole thing in there, just a little bit at a time, and then a lot of direct pressure. GSWs are bad, man. GSWs are very, very bad penetrating trauma. If you can't stop the bleed, I would use a tourniquet, especially if it's on a leg or an arm. Because here's the thing, it's recommended within 2 hours you go to the hospital. So if you're in an area where you can get to a hospital within 2 hours, just do a tourniquet. Just do a tourniquet. Some people have even said that you can go multiple hours without it. So, I mean, if you're bleeding out, I mean, the worst thing that can happen is nerve damage or possible amputation with a tourniquet. But if you bleed out, you're dead. So it's the situation you're in. GSWs are rough. I mean, stab wounds to the chest and back, I've had a few of those. I've used chest seals on those, and those things have saved lives. So if you have a chest seal, definitely. Oh, GSW is a gunshot wound. The gunshot wound. How bad would the wound be to use a tourniquet? Heavy bleeding, profuse bleeding. If you don't know what profuse bleeding is, get a 32-ounce glass of water, put some red dye in it, dump it on the floor. If you see that just continuously like coming out, tourniquet. If it's just like a simple, just a tiny like dribble here and there, direct pressure could definitely help. But if you see like blood just starting to come out, whether it's bright red or not, you need to get something on there. Yeah, if you're like, oh, that's a lot. Yeah, exactly, Terry. When you apply a tourniquet, you should also mark the time on their forehead, right? You can, but on cat tourniquets and the tourniquets that we have, there's a time, because if they're bleeding out of one arm, you put one on, you're bleeding out the other arm, put that one on a little bit later, you want different times. Yeah, so this one has a time, and then in our kits, some people don't give these, but we get a mini Sharpie, so like the little Sharpie, so you can write it down. Once you use the tourniquet, it's pretty much done in an emergency situation. That's why I can't believe I didn't think about it, but I want to get some training ones. Maybe we can do that before we ship these out. We still got quite a bit of time. I don't know. But you get 2 in the bag. So this is how you don't want to close it up. You want to set it up like you play. So I set it up off the side instead of on it, because when you're in an emergency, you're trying to get the windlass out, and it's like already knocked off. So now it's open. So let's say I'm bleeding out of my left arm. All right, time. So I write the time. No pulse. That's it. So if I was like squirting blood out, I just shut off the blood supply to my arm. So I got 2 hours until I need to get to the hospital, and then they'll be able to handle it. But it's painful. And if it doesn't stop the bleed, you twist even harder, or you put on the second tourniquet. What's up, Ross? How you doing? John, am I still active at the fire department? No. I left the fire service May 2018, so next month will be 3 years. Holy crap. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, we're just hanging out before the stream. Make sure you guys hit that sign in button. You got to like the stream to sign in. Crimson, we're going to get started in about 20 minutes? 20 minutes, we're going to have to kick you out. Do I stream for a job now? Yeah, so I do YouTube, but I also have Motorcycle Training Concepts. We're developing training for motorcycle riders utilizing the Smart Rider principles. So we're doing situational awareness training. We're going to do the on-motorcycle fundamental skill training. So, you know, figure eights, tight turns, basically everything you need to know before going to class or just going to the DMV. It's also going to be a lot of fun doing some training, some really cool. I'm coming up with a game. And then the acquire and utilize personal protective equipment. We're going to be doing some reviews on that channel. Rescue another rider. I mean, that's what we're doing right here. That's what I'm just playing around in my dorm room, just, you know, playing with my tourniquet. I got a whole bunch of them. And then teaching and mentoring. So I want to get a teaching and mentoring program up and running in the near future, or just in the future, you know, who knows? What you doing, Rainin'? Woo! Angel, how you doing? Oh, Dan. Got a new nickname. Hey, that's good. Woo! Vlad just signed in, and I'm happy to see the crew getting together for yet another educational stream. Stay safe, everyone. Hey, thanks for being here. She's going to join Rogue. That's awesome. That's awesome. 109 people signed in. 160, 70 of you. You got to click that like button. Sign in. So once again, just kind of set it up like you would. So this is how it's going to be inside the kit. And you're out riding. Let's say you crashed. You're starting to bleed out pretty bad. You put pressure on that arm. You're like, oh crap. You get your kit open, or your buddy is bleeding out and you got this, but I'm practicing on myself. You get it, open it up, put it on. Lock it in. Time. So we write the time. So that was it. I'm going to check my pulse. No pulse. It's effective. Let's go ahead and clean it up just a little bit. There it is. That's it. Train with a purpose, everybody. Train like your life depends on it. You know, if I crashed, I want to know how to do it to myself, too. So the leg. Setting it up just like I'm playing. You know, this is how I have it. I'm training exactly like I do it in real life. Set up. Start bleeding out. Time. Oh. I can't walk. I literally can't walk. Ah. Go ahead and check pedal pulses. I can't check my pedal pulse. Whew, that's making me sweat. Haywood, we're practicing. I'm practicing with my tourniquet. Stretch it back out. Tom, yeah, don't use your real one. So I have so many of these. This is my training kit. I have another one for real. How common are severed arteries in motorcycles? You don't have to sever it. You could just nick it. No, Tom, you're right. You're right. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. I mentioned that. I was, in fact, while I'm here, I'm gonna see if I can get some training ones. Let's go ahead and message my supplier. Yeah, we're live right now. We're live. Yeah, so you can definitely lacerate a ton of blood vessels in your body in a motorcycle crash. I mean, you can easily get an amputation. You know, you get T-boned by a car, crushing injury, just amputate your leg, bleeding out. What do you do? It's not a super common occurrence, but here's the thing: blood loss is one of the most preventable ways people die. Traumatic blood loss. Choices IO. I have a Fly Cool Pro 2. Any of the Reacts Ultra Mesh from Revzilla are good too. I have those. The Reacts Ultra Mesh pants is like the best I've ever had. There. I'm gonna message my supplier, see if we can get some blue ones before these go out. Might be able to get them out. 10 more minutes and we're gonna send you guys out to the office, the front office, and then I gotta get ready for the class. 142 likes. Make sure you guys hit that like button, sign in. Oh, Mike, I'm sorry to hear the AAA. You can't do nothing about that. There's literally nothing you could do about that. I am sorry, man. If you guys don't know what a AAA is, it's an aortic aneurysm, and you're basically what area was it? Was it, you know, closer to the head or closer to the pelvic floor? AAA though, I mean, you burst that, there's no yeah. There's nothing, literally nothing you could do. Even if you're like in the hospital and it happened while you're on surgery, probably nothing. Sorry, man. Yeah, Scott. So a lot of the head injury stuff, terrible. That's why, you know, always wear a helmet. Don't screw around. Wear a helmet. Yeah, aneurysms, scary. They're scary. Nothing you can do about them. minimal. Your full gear. Hey, tides, tires, and tines. That's awesome. You want just an empty Rogue? You just want the empty one so you can build your own? What is my opinion on Helite jackets, Internet Stranger? I like them. I like them. I'm starting to like them more than all these fancy gyroscopic ones. I like the idea of the gyroscopic ones, but I like the fact that it's manual, less things to break in terms of like, or fail, less things to fail. I follow a lot of the KISS methods out there. I use KISS for everything. Keep it simple, stupid. So I mean, a tether. You know, I live my life on KISS. My opinions on helmets. We do have discounts for helmets from Voss. If you want to check out Voss helmets, links in the description. I like them a lot. They're ECE rated. They're relatively inexpensive and they're not heavy. They got an internal visor. You got a pin lock system. They're good helmets and they're quick shipping too. Yeah, the racers use electronic jackets. They do, but I think that's part of it. I think that's part of the deal is the racers are going such high speeds that it does activate. But I've had a DDFM crew member having one of these jackets and low-sided into a corner, and it didn't activate. Do I recommend an airbag safety vest? If you can afford it, yeah. Yeah, Fortnite did a great video on Helite. Yeah. Yeah, my main focus right now is definitely the after-action review. Would I compare Voss to Shoei? Shoei's better already. I mean, could I? Yeah, I could. I feel more comfortable with Shoei. I love my Shoei more. But I also see what things I see, and that's the thing. It's like I'm not sponsored by Shoei. I don't have an affiliate with Shoei. I have an affiliate with Voss, so it's within my best interest to always say Voss is the better helmet. But I see what they are. Like they're helmets. And then I see, okay, so they're both really highly safe. You know, the safety rating is really good. Snell for Shoei, but ECE for both, which is what I want. You know, price-wise, though, it's like, you know, that's kind of what I look at. I mean, they're basically the same thing. It's just pricing. And then I feel like maybe the cushion, the padding is a little bit better in the Shoei. The thing is, I can afford a Shoei, so I'm going to go for a Shoei. That's basically what it is. I can afford a Shoei, so I'll go for it. It's almost like incremental improvements on every aspect of Voss, and you got it. So I mean, it's like I'd spend a little bit more on a Shoei for me. Do you watch Max Wrist, and if so, does it make you cringe? Ross, I don't watch Max Wrist. I was actually approached about their documentary. Still debating whether I'm going to do it or not. Does it make me cringe? I just don't watch it anymore. He's a big crybaby. He doesn't like it when I do AARs of his videos. Big crybaby. Am I getting the Ruroc Atlas 3.0? No. No, they didn't like my review of the 2.0, so that's fine. Did I get more supplies for the kit? So we're waiting on the patches to send these out. We got a lot of pre-orders. So if you guys want to, they're on pre-order right now. I just messaged my supplier. I'm gonna see if I can get a message back. I really want to get an extra tourniquet for training inside before these ship out. That way I can send an extra tourniquet for training. If not, we'll go ahead. We'll just have a bunch of tourniquets ready. It's a little annoying, Ben. Yeah, I get that. I mean, suiting up and getting ready, but that's the thing is you never anticipate when something bad's going to happen. You never, ever, ever anticipate that. So it's always best to just do it. Yeah, internet stranger. I don't want to talk too much about that. I already did on my After the Ride channel. That's why they don't like me. How would you approach riding and seeing a down rider? As soon as I see somebody else crash, it's their emergency. It's not mine. I start going through the checklist of my training that I've done. So I know I have a trauma kit. I know that the main goal is to stay calm and then to secure the scene for myself so it's nice and safe. So what I'm going to do is, if I can, I'm going to park it in an area where I'm out of the way. I'm not going to get hit. And I'm going to approach the patient in a direction, from a direction where I'm not going to get hit by traffic or whatever hazards there are. So if he's off the side of the mountain, I'm going to make sure I can get down the mountain and I have a plan to get back up before I even go down. So let's say it's in town, so it's like an intersection. I'm gonna make sure I stay out of traffic. While I'm doing all that, I'm putting on my gloves. I'm taking off my motorcycle gloves, putting on my gloves. I have my helmet back on, or it's still on. I'm gonna use that as eye protection if I have to. Only take it off if everything seems to be fine. I just need to talk to the patient. I'm gonna call 911 through my phone, but I have Cardo, so I'm gonna be able to talk through my helmet while I'm doing that, or I'm gonna tell somebody else to do it and make sure they start calling before I move on to my next step. I'm going to look at them, but hey, get your phone out, call 911. I'm going to have people directing traffic or keeping a barrier around us. And I'm going to do a quick assessment. I'm going to check, see what, their vitals are. AVPU, alert, verbal, painful, unresponsive. He's alert. I'm going to check his airway. So if he's talking to me, his airway's good. He's breathing good. I'm going to check for any life-threatening bleeds. So I'm going to go down to each extremity, check the leg, check the arms, and then start asking. Then I'm going to ask, obviously, if I can palpate the chest and the rest of the stuff, and then go through that process. And if everything seems to be fine, then there's not much I could do other than just kind of talk to the patient, talk to the rider until EMS shows up, and that's it. That's kind of how I do it. Now, if it was a bad thing, like they're unconscious and they're bleeding out, well, there's no reason to even to like talk to the patient. The main thing is that bleeding out, so I'm going to stop the bleed with direct pressure, tourniquets. If I'm by myself, I'm doing a tourniquet. Freeze my hands up. Simple. Just cut off the blood supply to that extremity. Check the airway, check the breathing. If they are breathing, airway, just monitor every couple minutes, see if they still are. That's pretty much it. Angel, yeah. I mean, that's the thing is, like, you see how I talk differently? Like, I did this for 11 years. I mean, I've patients are just, I go into a different area. How would you approach a female with chest bleeding? Manny, it's ask real quick. Hey, you're bleeding out. I'm gonna do some work. I'm gonna have to get my hand in your chest and stop the bleed. If she says no, it's like, okay. Here's the gauze. Apply pressure to your own chest. Simple. It's not my emergency. You want to bleed out? I'll wait until you go unconscious and then I'll help you. Then you have implied consent. You have to do expressed consent. At first, if they're conscious, you have to ask for consent to touch their body. The best way to do it really is just say who you are. Say, hey, this is what I want to do. Is it okay if I check your body for injuries, and then possibly do some medical trauma stuff to them? And they say no, okay. All right. If they say yes, cool. If they say no and then they pass out, well, go ahead and start. Because it's implied at that point. Oh, we got to get going. You guys have to head. Yeah. Yep. Right. It's 2:55. All right. So you guys got to go to the office. All right. All right. What is up, everybody? DanDanTheFireman here. Today we're going to focus on braking. Now, it's something that you need to know, because if you're going too fast or if you're going out of control out here in a parking lot, you need to know how to stop. So we're going to focus on progressive brake pressure, that nice squeeze of it. And we're going to be utilizing this big cruiser motorcycle right here to do it. So let's just jump right into it. All right, everybody, we're going to be focusing on braking. Now, this is not emergency braking. This is just getting familiar with this front brake lever and then this rear brake lever. Now, here's the thing.
We have a nice little diagram right here. It's going to be putting up on the screen, but I have cones, everything situated in a parking lot. Nice runoff. Be as safe as possible. Now, if this is starting to scare you a little bit, you should probably go take a class at the MSF, Total Control, wherever you can in person. Remember, this is YouTube. It's not a substitute. I'm just trying to help you out and give you a nice refresher. So what we're going to do is focus on the front brake and rear brake, and we're going to be utilizing progressive brake pressure. Think of it as squeezing an orange. You don't want to just smash it because you're going to get orange juice everywhere, right? So you're going to grab that orange and squeeze, 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 and juice is just going to come out. That first squeeze, it's going to be pretty tough. The more you give, the more juice comes out, the easier it is to squeeze it, but you're still having to squeeze more and more and more. Think of it as this right here. So the first part, it's going to be kind of hard. Now you're going to squeeze even more. It's going to be even more. It's going to be even more until you come to a stop. Now, here's the thing. My handlebars are turned to the left right now. If I tried to do that here, I'd fall to the left. If the handlebars were turned to the right, I'd fall to the right. So what you want to do is have your handlebars straight when you squeeze those brakes, okay? So if you're going, you look forward and you squeeze. Now, if you do this and squeeze, it's going to fall down. If you do this, it's going to fall down. So once again, squeeze, press. Now, if you have to, squeeze with 2 fingers, 3 fingers. If you can't get 4, that's fine. Your biggest power is that middle finger, okay? So if you can at least get that middle finger and squeeze harder and harder and harder, you should be pretty good. Now, at the same time, if you're trying to get to a stop, go ahead and squeeze in that clutch lever to remove power from that rear wheel, because if you just squeeze here and you don't do anything else with that clutch lever and you stop and you're in gear, you're going to stall. We could talk about that in a different video if you want. Write in the comments if you want to figure out how to not stall. Basically, just squeeze the clutch lever, get into the right gear. That's it. I'm always going to recommend full gear if you do this. You need to have full gear just in case something bad happens. Check out the links in the description for all these different resources. We have gear, we have training, we have everything. Check it out. Here we go. So we already know the friction zone a little bit. So we're going to get ourselves to the spot. Now what I'm going to try to do is stop in between those cones. Now I'm not going to go fast. I'm not going 20. I'm barely even going to go 5. The whole point is to figure out that progressive brake pressure, but we need to be able to get our feet up, so we need to at least do that. So let's get ourselves in the friction zone, give ourselves a little bit of throttle, get those feet up as soon as we can. Now squeeze that clutch. Now squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. It's pretty simple. You'll notice that just squeezing the clutch won't do anything for you. Let's go ahead and do a nice little U-turn right here. Just squeezing in the clutch won't do anything for you. It's just going to let you coast. Now what you want to do is squeeze that front brake and press a little bit of that rear brake. So let's go ahead and do that again. Let's get to this cone. So squeeze the clutch lever, squeeze the front brake, and press the rear brake. Now you notice you dive down a little bit when you apply that front brake. That is that weight transfer to that front tire. And when that front tire has weight, it's going to grab the ground more and more and more. And that's the traction. So if you just slam this, it's not going to give it that time to grab. It's just going to slide out from underneath you. And we see that on the after action reviews all the time. So let's try this again. So squeeze the clutch, squeeze the front brake, and then when that weight really hits that front, you can go ahead and do it. Now remember, this is a short little diagram, short parking lot. Now I could totally utilize the rest of this parking lot. Yeah. What you can work with, okay? It's not that big of a deal, but if you really want to, you can get into a bigger parking lot and do it there. So I'm going to hear it in the comments already. Hey, Dan, you didn't show us what happens if you have the handlebars turned. You just told us, and now I crashed. Okay, well, here's the thing. Let's go ahead and show you. I don't want you crashing. So we're going to watch the headlight. I'm going to walk straight to here. Handlebars are straight, and I'm going to apply progressive brake pressure and then really slam it at the end to really emphasize what I'm talking about. So let's go. Watch the headlight. So I was applying progressive brake pressure. At the last second, I applied, but we grabbed traction. But you see how the headlight bounces up and down? Just had to make sure the mic, you guys can hear it. The rookies have been chewing on it. We're going to get started real soon. Thank you all for showing up early and hanging out with me in my dorm room while I was practicing my tourniquet. Whew, my arms are feeling a little good. My legs are feeling pretty good too. But let's go ahead and check out the crew lounge. I think we got some food in there. Some of the rookies, we ordered 2,000 tacos. They got it?
What are you doing on the floor? Get, go. What the hell are you guys doing? All right, let's go ahead and get in there and see what these tacos look like. Yeah. Good audio. Whew. I'm glad you guys like the audio. We played around a little bit with it. Hey, we got some tacos in here. We got some burritos also. Hey, we're going to have some fun today, crew members, aren't we? We're going to have a great time. We're going to be talking about some motorcycle crashes and close calls again. And I'm excited. I'm really excited. I want to say thank you real quick to everybody here. Yeah, everyone shut up real quick. We just ordered a Rescue Randy. It's a little bit back ordered, so we're going to be hopefully getting it in about 2 to 4 weeks. And what it is, it's a life-size mannequin dummy, about 6'1". It's the same stuff those firefighters grab and take and drag and rescue. It's Rescue Randy. But we also ordered the amputated leg and some blood control and some open wounds, head trauma, all these different things. So we're gonna be able to do tourniquets and show you real blood squirting out. Costs a lot of money. Costs over $3,500. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that has become a member, that has bought a trauma kit. We're using all the proceeds and profits to really build up our training division that we have here. So thank you so much. With all the pre-orders, we've been able to do quite a bit. So $3,500 just for a dummy, but it's going to last us for a very long time, and it's going to provide some really cool visual feedback for training. It's better than just me putting the tourniquet on my arm. You guys are actually going to see, because I'm gonna buy some gear for this guy, put the gear on, cut it all up, put the tourniquets on top of the gear, have the helmet, how do you take the helmet off, just stuff like that. It's going to be really cool, really cool. I can't wait to keep building and building, maybe develop my own place. Anyways, I got a lot of ideas, a lot of cool things, but we spent quite a bit because of you guys. So thank you so much for the support. Really can't thank you enough. I'm not out here buying motorcycles or buying fancy things for myself. I'm using every cent I possibly can to build what we're trying to build here at the crew. Okay, the DDF crew is badass, best damn online motorcycle community in the world. So it's awesome. So thank you so much. If you want, we still have a few more trauma kits left. So if you want to grab one, please do so. But we got more products, more ideas coming out, and that all supports the training that we do here. All right. With that said, let's go ahead and get to class, and let's get started pretty soon. Whew. Can we donate old gear for cutting off Randy? Tom, hey, that's not a bad idea. That is not a bad idea. We might have... once that happens, we might do something we might do that. We might do that because I really want to maybe see if Revzilla, because they are an affiliate sponsor of the channel, I want to see if they can donate gear. Because I want to be able to cut off, jackets and all that stuff. So the main thing is it would be for a video. So I mean, it's not like I'm doing it every day. So it's just, it'd be something fun to do, if it's torn up. You guys want to see what it looked like? What the Rescue Randy looks like? Let me know what you guys think. Go ahead and do that. So this is what it's gonna look like. So this is with all the stuff on it. So it has this leg right here. There's a wound right here. Let's go get my pen out. Come on now. Come on, rookies. Hurry up. All right, thank you. So there's like a wound like right here, or I'm probably like in here because obviously the pants are covering it. So there's like a wound, and it's like a GSW, so a gunshot wound. So blood will come out. Blood comes out of here. Blood comes out of here. So you can do the tourniquet. Obviously, blood's going to come out of here, so you can do a tourniquet. There's an open wound somewhere over here, so you can do a tourniquet. This bleeds out. This bleeds out. This bleeds out, so you can practice that. This bleeds out. It's really cool. So this is how much it costs just for the chest. Just for the chest, that's how much that cost. So this is what I was talking about. So you got that wound right here, and there's the bloodline. There's the other bloodline to the other leg. So it's going to be squirting out, and so you can do a tourniquet. Same thing with this, squirting out, you can do a tourniquet. So that's $400 just for that. There's the arm, there's the head, there's a head one, and then you have to buy the full body. So it came out to $3,500. And I just wanted to share that with you guys because if it wasn't for all of you, I wouldn't be able to get that and have that training dummy. I think we're gonna rename it the Rescue Rookie, RESQ Rookie. It's funny. I made myself laugh. Yeah, Heavy Harris. Neither did I. You know, it's like isn't that crazy, Heavy Harris? Like I was on the department. We didn't have stuff like this. I mean, obviously there was the training department had only so much money and budget. And it's like now that I'm not with the fire service for 3 years next month. Anything that like we're selling all these kits. We're selling all these kits and then it's like what am I going to spend all this money on? Well, let's develop a training division. Let's get the mannequins. Let's get the equipment. Let's train people. Let's spend that money back and put it back into the crew. So it's cool. It's really cool that I get to be able to do that, and it's because of you guys. It's really cool, and that's just one. That's one item that is there. There's other items I want to do. There's other things I want to do. What's up, Area Code? How you doing? Do you just stuff that huge valley type wound? Yeah, you just stuff it. Yeah, it's a pressure dressing. You're putting dressing inside the wound to stop the wound. Sorry, I just needed some nasal spray because I get congested. What's up, Silver Wolves? We're going to get started when we hit 250 likes. That means 250 of you signed in. We're going to get started on this. It's a MotoStars crash compilation, close call compilation. We're going to be doing an after action review. But yeah, so what I was talking about before, you know, we're using the proceeds and everything from these kits to buy training gear. And I'm hoping to possibly get this gear because I bought the carrying case, take it over to the local accident scene management and do some videos there. You know, just stuff like that. And now I can carry it, so I'm obviously not going to carry it on a motorcycle, but I can actually teach things now with real life blood squirting out and everything. It's really cool. Not real blood, but can you use a tampon to stuff too? Tampons are designed to absorb. They're not designed to stop clotting or to promote clotting. So, tampon, I mean, if that's all you have, fine, just stuff the crap out of it. But, I would just use the roll gauze that comes into a kit. I mean, it's just as cheap, to be honest, as a tampon. Just get roll gauze. Just get roll gauze. Let's just open it. Let's just open it right here. This is my training one. So I'm gonna start opening all the stuff. I was playing around with the tourniquet earlier. So TJ Clark, there's training blood specifically for that. It's called True Clot. So you can use hemostatic bandages for it. So like this, let's say this is like the wound. Well, that's kind of hard to do. Let's say there's like a little hole right here. So let's say that's the wound. So what you do is you get it and you just start stuffing it. And you just keep going and you push it in and you keep stuffing. You keep stuffing until you can't stuff anymore. You see how it's starting to come out of here? So what that does is that now there's nowhere for the blood to really go. So you can't get access to the blood vessels on the inside. So when you stuff it, you're basically putting pressure on the blood vessels on the internal part. So when you keep pressing and you keep putting more and more in, it's basically going inside to put pressure on the vessels. So let's see how much I actually got in there. in that small little spot, I was able to get all of this. Okay? And tiny little spot right here. Little spot. I mean, that's what you need. And then you can cut this off, and then you can do more, because we got trauma shears. Comes with trauma shears in the kit. Yeah, I was playing around with this. So if you don't know what this is a tourniquet. So let's say I'm bleeding out, and we're just gonna have some fun right now. We're bleeding out right here. You know, maybe you got, like, you crash, hit the guardrail. Remember that guy that cut his arm open? Imagine if you cut all the major blood vessels and it's just deep and it's just coming out. Let's say I did that myself. I'm riding. Oh, crap, I crashed. Here's the kit. This is how I have it set up inside the bag. So we pull out the kit. Get it high and tight. Now, this is my training one, so don't do this with the other one. All right, time. Got my Sharpie that's inside of it. Write down the time. So just to double check. Nope, no pulse. So now I stop the bleeding. So that's why before class, I was looking up the blue trainers. Because I think if I can get them in before these ship out, I'm gonna send free blue trainers with the kit. 2 Design, how you doing? So I want you guys to train with it, or at least I'll make it available. That's fun. Because you only really want to do it for 2 hours. You only want to have a tourniquet for 2 hours. All right, we hit 252 likes. We hit 252 likes. Fido the Clown, we did the same thing. We used to do it on the forehead, but if multiple arms and legs were damaged, you just put the time on the thing. It's a lot easier. Cutting off blood flow can do more damage. It's nerve damage and compartment syndrome after 2 hours. So only take it off. Only let the doctors take it off. So if you're riding in town, you're within the golden hour, which is the first hour after a crash. You definitely can get transported within an hour. So 2 hours is not that hard. It's not out of the realm of possibilities. If you're bleeding out, guys, hey, here's the thing. If you're bleeding out and you're like, oh man, I don't want to put a tourniquet on because you could possibly lose the arm, but then they're like dead. And you have to think about that. Like, do you want them to bleed out and die or a tourniquet? If it's that bad of profuse bleeding. All right, guys, we're going to get started. Let's go ahead and take a quick look, make sure we got everything situated. Excuse me. Whew, that was gross. Luis, hey, welcome. We're about to get started now. Let's see if audio works. You guys heard that? All right. Do you double up on leg tourniquets? If you have to. Legs are pretty meaty. That's why we have our kit. It comes with 2. It comes with 2 tourniquets. Just in case. You might be able to just get it done with 1 and then direct pressure. So, you might want to check that out too. All right. I gotta do this. Boom. Here we go. Ooh, that's gonna be a good one. All right, we're riding Sun City Bike Life. All right, lots of traffic. Maintain a good space cushion. We have a 360 camera. The guy, did he have full? It might be the guy in the gray jacket. Where's his helmet? Yeah, it was the guy in the gray. That bike is destroyed. He came back and went to rescue it. He's talking to the patient, talking to the rider. Very good. So kudos to Sun City Bike Life. You did a good job. Thankfully, the rider is not super crazy damaged and hurt. So let's just go back just a little bit. So, okay, so there he is. So he is wearing the gray shirt. We're riding around in traffic. Sun City, maybe that's Phoenix? Sun City, Phoenix area? But anyways, we're riding.
In tracking time. Fortunately, nothing serious happened to him.
Okay, so just take a quick look. So here's the blue vehicle. Here's the vehicle that's going to get hit by the other motorcycle rider. So we're riding, and we're going to go in between here. Okay, so we're going to go in between here. We're going to go around. But that guy was way behind us, too. So maybe he tried to do the same, just couldn't do it. Going too fast. We don't know. So he's going to go ahead and switch lanes. So now we switch lanes in front of the blue vehicle, the blue semi. And we completely switch lanes. Now take a quick look. You see how quickly we got up onto this truck right here? Now take a look at the brake lights. This dude is braking. Okay, so maybe it closed the gap quickly on the motorcycle rider behind us, and they weren't able to progressively brake. So look, no brake lights. We're about to go. Okay, now all of a sudden brake lights. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. We barely switched lanes before getting close to that vehicle. Now if we take a quick look, this guy can't switch lanes quick enough. Don't know why. We didn't do a good swerve. You know, whatever it is. So when it comes to this type of stuff, what are we supposed to be paying attention to? We need to plan our ride, position for safety. We need to have good vision, good escape routes, good space cushions. Didn't have good space cushions because that truck slammed the brakes for whatever reason. We weren't able to do anything in that aspect. So we didn't locate a hazard, though. So planning is also locating a hazard. Boom, hazard. What do? We either have to adapt to nice and easy. Hey, there's a pothole in front of us. I could see it. I'm just going to switch lane positions and get into the next one. But if it's a threat, we have to navigate the threat. And what is that, everybody? It's going to be a red stage maneuver. Okay, we actively saw something. We got to do something. It's emergency braking or emergency swerving. So this rider right here, all he had to do was adapt because he had enough time. He had enough space cushion. He had an easy escape route. He was able just to move from the middle lane to this lane very easily. But this person doesn't have that same reality that you have. Let's say that's us. Doesn't have that same reality. So he's working off of different space cushions, different speeds, different everything. Doesn't matter though. We should still swerve. We should still plan our ride. So I have a feeling this person didn't have what we had and just got too close. Wasn't anticipating it, line of sight, whatever it is. So let's go ahead and slow it down just a little bit. 25% speed. Let's see what happens. So it looks like we started to fall down before hitting. That's the moment we start falling down. You see the shadows, how it's still separated. So now what I see is a lot of that front brake. Okay, we didn't do progressive brake pressure then. So we slammed that front brake, lost traction on the front tire, and dumped the bike. Slid into the back of the vehicle because we're still going faster than this big semi. But it was a slamming of that front brake. And that's why you need to practice your progressive brake pressure. We have videos on Motorcycle Training Concepts. And we actually just did a progressive brake pressure tutorial on the 2022 Indian Chief Dark Horse. Woo! It's a great bike. But that looks like what happened. So, but look at all this room. These are our escape paths. We could have swerved. So you have to know when to brake, when to swerve, when to brake and swerve, or separate the two, brake then swerve, so you buy yourself some time. We fell down before hitting the vehicle. And that just, there's nothing you could do. So that's probably the best option for him right then, is to dump the bike. I had to lay her down. But knowing what we know as smart riders using the after action review process, it's not the best option. Swerving would have been, planning a ride would have been, prevent this whole situation. But it's still better than running back into that trailer. Whew. So if somebody crashes, what do? Acquire and utilize personal protective equipment, smart rider, right? So hopefully he has full gear. It looks like he didn't. Thankfully, he didn't get too injured. But if not, and you're out there riding around with your buddy, you have a Cardo Pack Talk using the link in the description. If you have a trauma kit, I was playing around with it a little bit earlier. If you have a trauma kit and he's bleeding out, you can save his life possibly. Rescue another rider. A kit in your car or your truck, you can rescue another rider. You can actually block traffic better. Yeah, Sun said he does ride golf carts, not motorcycles. They have like their own golf cart lanes. I applied for them, so I looked them up. All right, so right here we're riding around. Whoa, are we supposed to be here? I still don't agree with what that person did, but are we supposed to be using motorized vehicles on this spot? Probably not. Let's just be courteous riders. This is putting a bad image. Yeah, we're just creating bad images. Now we got taxpayers that look at this one rider and it's like, well, screw them. I wouldn't do that. All right, so let's go through here. Brake lights, we got an off ramp. You see how it's a yellow turn only?
You can never feel safe on the road.
This lane ends, exit only. Whoa, whoa, whoa!
No, my leg is caught. My foot.
What the heck? So his leg is caught from underneath the bike. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No. Okay, this one's going to be interesting, but I want to just announce real quick we have 2 donations for the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride. So thank you so much. Russell Bowling with the 20 and Taylor Abel Champagne with the $52 donation. So just real quick. Dan, I have been riding, so this is from Russell. Dan, I've been riding 32 years and I was pleasantly surprised at how many good habits I have developed and you have taught me how to strengthen them and correct them not so good ones. As for mental health, my wife and I, mental health is a huge issue. Thanks for what you do. Stay safe. Hey, man, I appreciate it. I didn't want to read that super personal one, but if you guys go to my donation page, you can read it yourself. Taylor, Russell, I completely understand. It's rough. Taylor came across the channel while looking for instructional and informative motorcycle videos, discovered that what you do is so much more than just an instructional channel, and it changed my perspective on riding, my struggles with depression and anxiety. Thank you for what you do, Dan, and I hope this helps you towards your goal and fight against men's mental health. Hey, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Thank you for donating to the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride, which, guys, we are raising money. It's what's right over there. Let's go ahead and refresh, see what it says. Everybody, what we do here on this channel is not just motorcycle safety. I want to keep you safe. So if part of that is the mental part, if part of that is the riding part, we're going to do that. So 4643. Hey, we got another donation from Felix. Thanks for everything you do for your community. For your various communities. You're a good man. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. I really do. Thank you for the donation. It goes straight to the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride. It doesn't go to me. So thank you. All right. So let's go and get back into this. Let's see what happened. All right, so we're going the speed limit. We're doing what we need to do, doing head checks. Anything in the mirrors?
That you can never feel safe on the road.
Anything in the mirrors? Didn't even see that in the mirror. I didn't see that in the mirror. What the heck is this? So obviously lost control, maybe speeding, tried to swerve to the right of the motorcyclist, but then missed him, but then came back around. Definitely brakes. That front tire is not moving. Look at that front tire. So they are holding those brakes. They have front brakes. Look at that front tire, not moving. They are sliding. So that's what happens when you guys lock up your tires on your motorcycle. So look at that front tire on that car. Let's do quarter speed. That's what's happening to your motorcycle. You're losing everything possible. You think you're slowing down, but you're not. You're just sliding. Look at that. They're locked, doing nothing. And then we hit. So there's nothing really this motorcyclist could have done. Nothing you could have done. So that's why, as part of a smart rider, you acquire and utilize personal protective equipment. You need that safety net. You need to mitigate as many injuries as possible. If something that out of your control happens, you need gear. We do have links for gear in the description. Nothing could have done. Nothing could have done. It's insane. You couldn't even see the lights in the mirrors because I always check the mirrors. Hey, there's a light, in my mirror. Oh, what's that? Didn't even see that until last second. I think that person was just going nuts.
My foot. Uh, uh,
And his foot's caught. So imagine breaking a tib fib because you didn't have any gear. Break your ankle because you didn't have any gear. Get some gear, everybody.
uh, 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 uh.
Thank you for everyone that donated. All right, so we're just hauling ass. The horn's not going to do anything for you. Horn didn't solve that, did it? Horn didn't solve that, huh? Gustavo didn't solve it. Stop rushing through lane filtering or lane splitting in this aspect
Ein paar Mal gekommen und so weiter.
and expecting people to see you, hear you because you're honking the horn. That's not how it's going to work. So honking the horn, lane filtering is not going to solve anything. People are still going to come out. So that's why we look for patterns. If you have a huge open lane over here and a bunch of stacked cars over here, they're going to want to come into that lane because it's open, okay? Even if it's the tiniest of lanes, these are all stacked. But if you see, like, let's say this red car is gone, there's a gap then. That's what you got to be careful about. So take a look at this image right here. Look at this image. This is a good image for line of sight. So when you plan your ride, if you position yourself off to the sides of other cars, look at the vision you got. Great vision. Problem with lane filtering at this speed or even lane filtering at all is that your escapes to the left and right are pretty much diminished. You can't swerve left, you'll hit this vehicle. You can't swerve right, you'll hit that vehicle. So really all you can do is accelerate or brake. So that's why you need to practice your progressive brake pressure, and you always need to be searching for these hazards. Always, always, always be searching. So when we see this right here and they're hauling ass, are you able to react in time? There's the first moment you see the vehicle. Can you react in time, or is this person anticipating, well, they're going to move out of the way because I'm honking my horn? Doesn't matter. This is your total stopping distance now. That's all you got. You can't swerve left, can't swerve right. You're going to honk your horn. It's not going to solve the problem. Now take a quick look. We're going to get over here. Look at that gap. Dum-dums will go for little gaps like that. Maybe this person needs to get off on an exit and they're just going one at a time. They're going to take whatever they can. So if we were going slower, could you stop in time? Possibly. So remove that factor of going too fast. It's as simple as that. After action reviews. So now you see how he's skidding? Now, no progressive brake pressure. We slammed that rear brake. That's what that was. Practice, everybody. Wear gear just in case that happens. It's super important that we should not be hauling ass
Ein paar
lane
Mal
filtering.
gekommen und so weiter. Das war halt.
Oh, low side. I think we hit that crack. See that crack? Now, other factors that are involved in a low side is how is the tires? Did we apply the brakes in the middle of the turn? How did we lose traction? Did we apply too much
Ich
acceleration?
hoffe, dass es wirklich nichts Schlimmes passiert ist da jetzt gerade.
He's got engine... Okay, he's got sliders, so hopefully protected. It looks like it protected everything.
Oh Gott.
The exhaust might be scratched
Hab
up a
ich
little
ein
bit.
Glück, Alter. Hab ich ein verdammtes Glück. Und ich hoffe,
Looks
der
pretty
Motor
good.
an.
That's why you have protection for your motorcycle too, just in case something like this happens. Let's take a quick look. So there's that crack.
Das war halt.
I think he hit that crack. Now, cracks like that don't really do a ton, but you do want to avoid them because when we talk about what a crash is, it's a multitude of factors coming together. So when we see a crack right there, that's just one tiny factor. Okay, well, what's another tiny factor coming together? How are the tire pressure? Is the tire pressure super low or super high? Is it in the right tire pressure? How are the tires in terms of damage? Is it sidewall damage? Is it dry rotted? Is there any tread left on the tire? What about hand inputs? Okay, we can't see his right hand, so was there brake pressure applied? Was there too much throttle applied? You can't really hear it, but you see how I'm going through all these different factors? Now, if we can remove one of them, or two of them, or three of them, or all of them, we're pretty good. Sometimes you don't even know. You'll never find out. Is there a little bit of oil? Like, we cannot tell right now. So all we can know is what is the end result. It's a low side. So a low side is a loss of traction. In the middle of a turn, you fall inwards, and you just start sliding across the ground. So what kind of mechanism of injury could that be? That is going to be when let's say we fall down to the left. We fall down to the left. So that means we're going to have left shoulder pain. I know it's opposite for you guys, but this is my left. So you're going to have left shoulder pain. You're going to have left elbow impact, possibly hit the left side of your head, left hip, maybe your knee. The bike's going to fall down on your ankle, possibly. So what do we have that will protect that? Helmet, armor, hip armor, and then boots. And then if it hits our knee, we have knee armor. That is why we have gear. So just in case we can't figure out what's happening, it could be a wet road too. We can't figure out exactly what's happening. It just fell down. There's that head impact. Get gear. Okay, we have gear in the description. RevZilla is really good about doing the gear, and it's an affiliate link, so it helps out the channel if you get gear anyways. But that's why. And then he protected his bike with sliders, with engine case guards. Maybe you could go even further and get an exhaust protector.
Oh Gott, ich hoffe, das ist wirklich.
So his bike is in actually good condition after something like that.
Mein erster Unfall.
It's a gravity attack. There's nothing you can do about gravity. It's always attacking you.
Hab ich ein Glück, Alter. Hab ich
Always be on alert with gravity.
das Glück. Und ich hoffe, der Motor springt an.
All right, so we're riding merge issue right here. We're blind spot.
Excuse was
Okay, now we're out of it.
the driver to
Good.
react aggressively.
Getting a better line of sight. Getting a better line of sight. Okay, so they switch lanes in front of us. Hey. Okay. I'm glad he's not flipping them off.
I use my signal.
Your intentions might not be.
You're the reason. You're going to cause yourself to get in trouble. That was a badass move you made over there, cutting over it behind me. On Murphy
I
Drive.
signaled.
You didn't do it. You need to be careful on that thing.
I used hand.
Let him be angry.
The freaking pavement.
Sir, I used hand signals.
No, you cut over. You bolted in between. There was no clear shirted distance between that car and here, sir.
I-
There was not.
I
You got a
checked.
camera? Let's pull the plug. Let's pull the chip and let's look at it.
Go for
Okay.
it. You see yourself on YouTube later. Bye.
There you go. Exactly. Do the same. Just leave. Just leave. Did great. Did great. Josh, by the way, did you do the whole Josh fight? All those Joshes going around? Anybody know about that? Is it just me? I feel like a weirdo now. All right. Anyways, he did it good. He did good. He indicated.
Und ich hoffe, der Motor
He
springt.
did good. Now, here's the thing. That driver right there, agitated, angry. Why? Let's think about it. Why would this driver right here be agitated and angry? Because he was surprised by us. Now, why do motorcycle riders get angry when a car driver pulls out in front of us and all these things? Because we get surprised by them. So is it the car driver, motorcycle rider? No, it's the person. So when you understand human psychology just a little bit, you understand why people are angry. So then if you know you're in the right, you don't have to tell them you're in the right. You could do what this guy did. Just say, hey, I signaled. Appreciate it. Hey, you have a great day. Calm down, please. Actually, I wouldn't say calm down. But I would say, hey, I'm going to take off. Bye. And then I would have left. So he did good. So right here,
This situation, a small excuse was just enough for the
Vlad, I am up to date with Reddit. Hey, guys, I live on the internet. So what's happening here? We're passing that blue vehicle. We all want to pass because the vehicle in front of this vehicle is going slow.
driver to react aggressively.
Did a head check. Now, we never really indicated, but I don't know. Maybe we did. I don't know. Either way, it's not an issue. Everyone's going to merge and pass. So this guy got surprised, got angry. Now, I wouldn't do this part because people can misinterpret that. So I would have just kept going as is. And I understand what Josh is trying to do. He's trying to be really nice, which is really good. I like to see it, but that's just a wasted movement for this person. If they're going to be angry, they're going to be angry. But if you do anything to give them any attention, they're just going to use that to get more and more and more attention. So just kind of leave it as is. Oh, he did a hand signal in the shadow? Okay, Sean, I'm wrong then. Thank you. That's the beautiful thing about this after-action review process. It's not just me talking. It's everybody sharing their thoughts. So write in the comments if you like after-action reviews, because I love them. I like watching people make mistakes, so I don't have to. All right, so let's just go ahead and keep going. I appreciate that, Sean.
I use my signal.
See, right there, it's like he can't hear you. So your hand signal's like doing this, that's going to piss somebody off. So when we get up to here, he's agitated.
You're going to cause yourself to get in trouble.
You're going to cause yourself to get in trouble. It's not, it's my emergency then, buddy. You see how? Okay, so if this is a motorcycle rider typically punching mirrors. This is how they act. This is what you look like. So don't punch mirrors because this is what you look like. It's embarrassing.
That was a badass move you made over there.
It's a badass move.
I signaled.
You didn't do it. You need to be careful on that thing.
I used hand signals.
You scraped off the freaking pavement.
Sir, I used hand signals.
No, you cut over. You bolted in between. There was no clear shirted distance between that car and here, sir. There was not.
I
You got a
checked.
camera? Let's pull the plug. Let's pull.
So his interpretation of the incident is completely different than yours. So when you get angry at a car driver for doing something like pulling out in front of you, their interpretation is completely different than yours. That's what it is. You need to find common ground if you want to, but more than likely you're not going to find common ground with anybody during road rage. Get yourself out of the situation, find out what you did, maybe modulate it a little bit differently. And it would be great if people like this or other motorcycle riders would just accept that they were in the wrong, but they won't. Okay? We're more adults here at the crew, okay? D-Different crew, definitely smart riders.
Pull the chip and let's look at it.
Go for it.
Take it to the
You
police
see yourself on YouTube later. Bye.
Do that. Just take off. You're done. All right, so right here. That person in front's in a dangerous spot. Yep. No good following distance.
So lucky.
Check on your buddy or check on that rider. He's the one that's going to be the highest mechanism. That guy's going to be the one hurt.
Wait, leave it. You okay? Leave it. Sit down.
Check his knees. Check his knees. Check his back.
We're gonna put.
Oh, he's walking.
Sit
He's
down.
walking. That's
We put
good.
it up. Don't worry.
Good.
Sit down, Kuya.
Wow. Acquire and utilize personal protective equipment, guys. Very lucky. Very lucky. This isn't the norm. There's probably some trauma that you can't feel because of adrenaline. Oh. I wonder if he hit his head. Let's go back. So what I was trying to say is look at the rider up front right here. That's the one that's going to crash. Not a good following distance at all. We're not planning our ride. We're not positioned for safety. When I say positioned for safety, I mean it. And we talk about, I keep saying it over and over again on these live streams. You need to locate. I'm sorry, not planning. I'm doing planning. Woo! Oh man, I'm excited today. All right, position for safety. You need to have good line of sight. You need to have good escape paths, and you need to have a good space cushion. Man, I set myself a failure for that one. But that's what I was trying to get at, is that you need to position yourself for success too. Okay, so if you put yourself in a position for safety, you put yourself off to the side or with a good space cushion, you have a greater chance of success when it comes to anything else. All right. So right here, we're getting right next to the vehicle. Look way up there. He's right next to the vehicle. What are we going to do? Can we swerve left, swerve right? No, we can't do much. So when something like this happens, in a split second, he witnessed that there was a white car just sitting there probably. So he tried to swerve left, but guess what? We weren't positioned for safety or success. We're over here, and we have to swerve all the way over here to get out of that danger zone. And that is what I'm talking about. You're not positioned for success or safety. So if we were positioned here, nice, easy step. Now, it's like, it's pretty easy. We saw what happened, so that's where you'd be, right, huh, Dan? You know everything already. No, the thing is, if we're here, just take a look at where our escape paths are. This is why I say line of sight, space cushions, escape paths. Escape path is here. The nearest escape path out of this lane is way over here. That is dangerous. So space cushions, right here, from where we're at, it's pretty good. But for where he was at, no, it wasn't. Line of sight, couldn't see very far past this vehicle until last second. So when we take a look at what we're trying to do, if we're over here and we had an amazing space cushion, we could have easily swerved here instead of having to go, up on the curb. So it'd be nice and easy if we're off to the left. So always, always, always look and move around the best you possibly can. So right here, nothing you could have done. Not enough total stopping distance for him to stop, even with good progressive brake pressure. So that's why you need to have good situational awareness. Fundamental skills can only take you so far. So impact, his helmet flew off. There's his helmet. So he did have a helmet. So the chin strap was not attached very well. Okay, maybe it was a loose fitting helmet. So that's why you need to acquire and utilize personal protective equipment and actually use it, acquire and utilize, not just acquire it and have it, utilize. That's part of the principles. So you need to know how to put it on. You need to know how to fit it. You need to know if you're intermediate oval and you get intermediate oval helmets instead of round ovals. Those are all very, very important. So that thing flew off.
Oj.
So we over here had a good space cushion. We found an escape path that we could utilize good progressive brake pressure to stop. We didn't have to swerve around things because we had enough room to stop. So we picked a good escape path and utilized good red stage maneuvers.
So lucky.
Now, I'd be concerned about anybody behind me.
I hope everybody's okay.
So right here, you have to think about who is the one that is going to be the highest level of trauma. And that's going to be the motorcycle rider with no gear versus car drivers. Look at the crumple zone. They got airbags. The airbags are deployed in that front window right there. The seat belts. What does the motorcycle rider have? Nothing. So he's going to be the first priority. I'm going to get my trauma kit out. I've been playing around with it. Get my trauma kit out. Double check everything. See if he's good. See if he has any life-threatening issues. He's standing. He's not dying yet. We don't know internal bleeding. Could have a blood pressure drop super quick. But here's what this guy did. The Manila guy. I ride Manila. He's going to have him sit down. Because if you go a syncopal episode... you don't want to do that. Okay? What happened? Have him sit down. Have him sit down so if he does fall, he's just going to fall from waist level, not
Sit down.
foot level, right?
Sit down. We're gonna put it out. Sit down. We put it.
So very good. Very good.
Sit down, Kuya.
Just sit down before he passes out. Blood pressure could drop. It could vagal down. All right. So we're going to talk about this one then. Whew. Here we go. We're riding. Good camera. Watch out for the... we don't...
Very dangerous situation here in which it's really hard not to panic and very easy to lead to an accident.
He's got a Cardo on. Cardo Pack Talk Bold. All right, get ready. All right, we're lane filtering. Where are we at? It must be California. Uh-oh. Got a bee in there. Got a bee. Yep. Pull over. Hey, just deal with the stings. Deal with the issue. Yep. Pull over first. Yeah, you see how he almost fell off? He almost crashed because he was going for that. What is our priority? What is the priority? Yeah, it looks like California. Whew. So just take a quick look. This is a 3/4 helmet, but it's a modular helmet. It's a shark helmet. So let's see if I can get the side. Let's just pull it up. So it looked like this one. So this is what it looks like. It's a nice helmet. It's expensive. So this is what it looks like. So this is what he's wearing. Okay, this is what he's wearing. But you see how this back end right here, that right there can go down. Okay? So it can go down. The problem that we're doing here is that we have it up in the 3/4 position. And if it's in the 3/4 position, so here's a, with the white one, it's a little bit easier to see. So that's what it looks like when it's kind of flipped back. That instead of it, because some modular helmets, they're just like, they're up in the front. So this is, you can ride with that, but here's the thing, it defeats the purpose. It defeats the purpose. So right now, with this helmet, we have that drop down visor and we have the regular visor that can come down. Sunglasses, yeah, you're gonna get a lot of airflow coming in, but if airflow's coming in, guess what? Bugs. Guess what? Road debris, rocks, things can go inside. So this is why I always have a full face at all times. And if I get a modular helmet, I'm always gonna ride with it down because you don't want to get something at high speed into your face. So this is a good after-action review of
We have a very dangerous
what you should
here in which
or should not do. Use your own information.
lead to an accident.
Do what you want. But he has a Cardo Pack Talk. That's really cool. We have a discount in the description if you want your own. I don't endorse wheelies. I do not. All right, so you got something there. So now look, I think he actually got it out. So now look what happens. We're not focused on controlling the motorcycle. Look at this. We almost crash. We lose control of what we're trying to do. And that is the problem. That's how a B can cause you to crash. So all these different factors, a B is what's going to get you. So be very careful. And no, I do not endorse wheelies. I do not endorse wheelies. I do not condemn modular helmets. I do not promote modular helmets. You guys do what you want. Risk assessment. If you want to do wheelies, go ahead and do wheelies. How is your skill level? Can you handle it? If not, are you going to crash and hurt yourself? Hey, that's your own problem. Hey, you're going to crash because you can't handle it, but you're going to run into a family minivan with kids in the back and you T-bone them? Well, now you're a problem. It's all about risk management. It's all about risk management. It's up to you. I'm tired of trying to tell you not to do it because you're going to do it anyways. But here's the thing. If I'm seeing you do it, and I'm going to go ahead and rescue you after you crash. That's my new policy here. You want to do it? Sure, I'm not going to ride with you. But if for some reason I am, and you crash, I'll take care of you. Simple as that. If you feel like you can do it on your own, fine. Yep. So this is a good video for having a full face helmet. So we're riding around right here. Sun in the eyes, no gear. Gloves are terrible. I mean, not gloves are terrible. Having no gloves is terrible. You don't have that good grip. Sweaty hands, possibly. Stack of cars stopped. Where are we going? What are we doing with this? What were we doing? Did we not see it?
Caímos, galera.
Terrible progressive brake pressure. We lost traction because we weren't utilizing our full total stopping distance. Just, we were white zoned.
Slide.
White zone.
Tem que não amassou.
Completely white zoned on that one.
Acho que não.
Hey, this can happen to anybody. This can happen to experienced riders being white zoned. All it means is you're not paying attention. How easy is it to not pay attention? Pretty easy. Now on a motorcycle, I mean, some people go on motorcycles for that motorcycle therapy where they don't have to think of, you know, past trauma or anxieties and maybe their depression or whatever. So you're kind of just out of it. So some people, they actually ride motorcycles to zone out. I don't want you guys doing that. I want you guys to zone in. That's on the board right there. Go into yellow stage, not white stage. Zone in. There's a difference between zoning out, where you're just oblivious to where you're at in time and space, and zoning in, where you're focused on this one thing and you're going to do it right. You're going to do it good. You're going to be safe. You're going to focus, focus, focus. And that pushes everything else out. We're focused on this. It's meditation at that point. Zoning out doesn't solve anything. Having an activity that you're zoned in, focused, that's meditative. That's going to help you out. So right here, we're riding around. We have sun in the eyes. We don't have full gear. Okay. So what I was saying about the gloves is that if you have sweaty hands, easily slide off. So that's why having gloves is good to have, just so you can even hold on to the handlebars. We're not wearing a jacket. Not wearing a jacket, not wearing anything. So very easily damaged if a mistake happens, and that's what happens in this video. We're just kind of riding around. We're not going fast. No, nothing crazy. But here's the pattern I want you guys to recognize, and it's pretty common. But here's the thing: if you're not paying attention, if you're a brand new rider, you're so focused on riding the motorcycle, you don't see these things. So when you're out as a new rider, I want you to see these things too. Okay, you probably see them when you're driving. Let's say you're driving first, and then you're a first-time motorcycle rider. When driving, it's easy because you've been doing it for so long. All of a sudden, you hop on a motorcycle, and all you could do is this. You're just like, what? Okay, clutch. Okay, now I can look up. Oh, And that's usually what happens. So I want you to be able to stay focused forward and do everything possible without looking at it. Okay? That's what I want you guys to do. I want you to focus on what's ahead. He's not paying attention. Zoned out. So I don't know where we're going. Maybe his brakes failed. Maybe, just lost traction. Maybe his tires are terrible. But progressive brake pressure with this amount of total stopping distance, you should be good. You should be good. But we're not. Probably didn't downshift. Probably didn't use engine braking. Probably just slammed the brakes, lost traction. Because look at, we've lost traction before even touching the car in front of us. That tells me that front tire completely lost traction. That tells me that front tire probably had a slamming of the brakes, a panic brake. Probably stalled, but still. I mean, how do you stall moving? I mean, too high of a gear, probably fifth gear, never downshifting, going in speeds that are meant for like second. You're going to feel the chug, but...
on my shoe. Acho que não. Vou dar uma.
So thankfully you didn't hit that Volkswagen. Doesn't have to deal with their insurance. Just deal with your own. Possibly Colorado biker. All right, we're riding over here.
As usual,
All right,
riding in a group, a moment of distraction
this is the thumbnail right here.
is enough to endanger the others.
This is a mob ride. You have zero. Every one of these are landmines. You have to avoid. Look, we're getting bigger group, more condensed. People crashed. Yep. Whoa, whoa. That's a locked up rear tire. There's a high side. That was a high side. Good job avoiding it. You could easily crush his ankle.
2 people went down.
Everyone's just going too fast. Everyone's just going too fast, not able to handle it. Terrible following distance. He needs a jacket and pants. This is a mob ride. I don't participate in mob rides, but with that said, if I am for some reason participating in a group ride and it turns into a mob ride, I will only keep up with the mob ride so long as I'm not breaking any laws. If they take off because they're all going 80 miles an hour in a 45, I'm going 45. So I won't see you guys. And then I don't know which area you're turning down because we didn't do a pre-ride plan probably. So if you lose me, you lose the person that has the trauma kit. So that's why I only ride with the DDFM crew. Simple as that. So this right here is a mob ride. It's not staggered. It's not a group ride. But I really, 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 really want, and here's the thing, that I won't keep up with them if they're going 80 because I'm going to go 45 and a 45 or 50 and a 45. What I really want, let's think about it real quick. What I really, really want is to have people in that enjoy these mob rides and they don't care about the legal consequences, but they do care about their fellow brothers and sisters. So here's the thing. Legalities versus safety. Sometimes they don't mix. These people are doing it anyways. I want people in these types of groups to have a kit, to have the training. Because they're going to keep up with them. I'm not. I'm not going to keep up with you guys. I'm not going to do it because I care about the legalities. These people don't. It doesn't change the fact that they can't be safer. They can't have, the rescue kit. So if people in these group rides have a rescue kit, have the training, it might save some lives. Because people like me that have the training, that have the kits, aren't participating in this. So for those of you that are participating in this, please get the training. I'm not going to be there. So if you're a crew member that participates in this, that's fine. That's fine. I'm never going to ride with you. It doesn't change the fact that you could possibly save somebody's life. And that's all I care about. That's all I care about. Okay, class? All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. We're riding around. Now, here's the thing. Big gap between everybody, and all of a sudden, look at way ahead. They're starting to compress. That means people are slowing down and stopping. Slowing down and stopping, slowing down, slowing down. We're getting closer and closer. That is the pattern that you got to be paying attention to watch out. You have to watch out for that. So this is the moment, okay? Let's say we perceived, he paused it for us. He perceived. Now, how do we react? We got to find escape paths. Now we got people behind us hauling ass. Oh, crap. It's just a cluster. Very high risk. What are we going to do? Almost got hit by that person. What are we going to do? Very high risk. Now, take a quick look. We're going 23. Hey, we could possibly progressive brake pressure before we hit this. We could probably do that. Maybe escape over here. That might be a good option too. This person's not going to be able to handle much. This person's already on the ground. What do we do? Remember, it's not our emergency until we crash. We can pull off to the side and we can rescue them if it's still a bad thing, but it's not our emergency. So right here, it started turning into he was sliding, and now it's going to grab traction, and he's going to go up and over, and that's a high side. There's the high side. Now his body impacted another bike. Now that back tire is still spinning, so imagine getting caught up in that and getting flipped. It's a terrible situation overall. But she's not doing too good. Just let's see if we can go frame. Immediately road rash. Look at that. You guys see that? Renzi, zoom in on that. That'll be for the videos, the video on demand after. But anyways, right there, look at that. That's road rash. Immediately road rash. We have gear for that, everybody. We have gear for that. That's not gear. What she's wearing is not gear. You see the spot right here? She probably has a vest on, and that's where it stopped. But what is the rest of this right here? Just a normal jacket. So the part that's the normal just jacket, sweater, ripped. The part that's the protective vest stopped ripping, or it prevented some injuries. So this is why I don't like vests only. I don't understand the whole vest culture. Because if you crash, you're going to get injured here. Now, I understand it's going to protect your core, but it's not protecting other parts. Wear full gear. Wear a full jacket. Okay, we got gear. We have gear in the description for beginners. We're not wearing full gear at all. Looks like she's got tattoos. So, I mean, if there was a tattoo there, it's ripped off. You just spent a ton of money, invested in your own skin and art. Gone. Wearing a full face helmet. Very good. It looks like a showy. But overall, this is not a good situation. Okay? Too many risk factors. Not something I'd participate in, but if you're going to participate in it, please get the training. Please. You can help somebody out. I won't be there. A lot of crew members won't. Please. This guy looks like he's in a lot of pain too. Lots of impacts for him.
2 people went.
High sides are very dangerous. So he's going to lock up that rear tire. Locking up that rear tire. Look at his hand. Not even squeezing the front brake. Let's go back just a little bit. Not even squeezing the front brake. Watch his right hand. It's all rear tire. Not even squeezing. Not even doing progressive brake pressure. Just real quick. Just real quick. Class, when you see a group like this, it got me thinking, because my kid's, he's getting older and he's out riding his bicycles with his buddies, and I'm just like, I hear the stories. He's like, we take off from like the Circle K and we just haul ass on our bicycles. We're hauling ass. We're going over the jumps because they got mountain bikes. They're going over these jumps in the desert part, getting to the friend's house, but they're hauling ass. It's like, hey guys, we're at Circle K. We're going to go to let's go to blah, blah, blah's house. Everyone knows where the house is. So they haul ass, point A to point B as fast as possible because it's fun, right? I have a feeling that this is kind of the same mentality. I would love to hear it in the comments if you think this is kind of the same mentality, where I'm not saying it's immature. I'm just saying it's the same process. It's the same fun. It's the same. I don't know. I can see that. I can see that. I just don't. It doesn't translate well because we're going at speeds that can kill you. On a bicycle, you can die, but we're going at speeds that mainly it's just gonna be broken bones and road rash. Nothing crazy. But here, it's like if you crash, you could die. So I'm trying to get the idea of, hey, we start here, we end here. Let's see who gets there quickly, because it's fun. Because my teenage son does that, and I understand it. I just don't see why we're applying it to motorcycles too. It's just too risky in my opinion. I don't know. I spent too much time on this one. Let's move on. All right, we're riding right here. We're going a little bit fast, going 90. Ooh, are we set up for this turn? Hey, we're doing good. Oh, but did you anticipate? Oh, good job.
Right.
Woo! Hey, his phone fell off. His phone fell off. Let's take a look at that one. That was a good after action, a good video for this situation. We're going 94 something. I don't know if it's kilometers. It probably is. I don't know. 94 something. His phone fell off because he's using a RAM mount. Now, you can use a rock form mount with the link in the description for 25% off, and it's a lot of fun. You know, it's got magnets and stuff. Absolutely love it. It's going to fall off right now. But anyways, get yourself a rock form. We're riding around, hauling ass. Now, remember, corners and intersections are automatic orange stage because they're very dangerous for motorcycle riders. Now, imagine combining the two. All right, that's what's happening here. So we're going around the corner, going around the corner, going around the corner. And then, uh-oh, there is the vehicle almost out of nowhere side of the vehicle. That's that pattern that we're paying attention to. We're going 70 now. Okay, so we dropped some speed. We got a full tracksuit, but guess what? Going 70 to the broadside of a vehicle is not going to save you, even with full gear. It's probably going to kill you still. So what do? This is the moment we perceived. Now, hopefully this vehicle doesn't come out. Oh, it is. So we stood it up as best we possibly can. Thankfully, he's got plenty of rider aids on this BMW. Was able to stand it up, probably lean angle, traction control, lean angle ABS. So he was able to stand it up and do a good job. Now what do? If this vehicle is still going to keep coming out, we got to figure something out. I don't want to be making decisions right now. I want to just go through the corner nice and easy. And if I see a vehicle, just make an easy decision. Now, why are we putting ourselves in hard mode, right? This is like hardcore mode. You got one life, Diablo 3, right? Diablo 1 and 2, I played those. Anyways, right here, all we can really do is swerve. We don't have enough total stopping distance. So if you see that, you're kind of screwed when it comes to braking. Now, we can slow down as best we can and then swerve. But it's just, why? I don't know. So if you're a new rider, this is a reality. Pay attention. Woo.
Right.
So let's take a look. He's going to do a nice swerve. Swerve. He was trying to slow down the whole time. Now imagine if he just tried to brake only. Got hit. We hit it at 61. So he did a good red stage maneuver, but we put ourselves in this situation in the first place.
Jesus Christ.
Move with a purpose. I yell that to my kids all the time too. All right, we're moving over here. At the moment we've all been waiting for. All right, here we go. Oh, this is interesting. Check your rotors. Those break. Oh, tile. Slick surface. Who thought tile in the garage would be nice?
Nope.
So he's trying to lift it up correctly. Oh, hit her face. Tile. Destroyed your back. We do have a video on how to lift a motorcycle on Motorcycle Training Concepts. 2 different ways. We have 2 different ways of how to lift it. But yeah, this is definitely... So we have decent traction on this road right here. Uncommon floor in a common situation, Bill. Exactly. And all of a sudden we got tile. Tile is so slick. Not what you could do other than possibly walk the bike. Like literally get off the bike and walk it and keep it as upright as possible. This is terrible. As soon as he hits that surface in the middle of a turn. Ugh.
Ouch.
I don't think he gave up. It's just so much weight. So right here, the reason why is if this is what you're talking about, we're grabbing the tank. So what you want to do is get your hand on a handlebar. Let's see if I can do this. Get your hand on a handlebar. Get your hand on somewhere near the seat. So maybe that rear passenger peg, or if you have like a rack, grab that rack. You're gonna grab it and squat and walk up. Okay, it's hard to put it here. Like I said, we have a video on Motorcycle Training Concepts. It's an older video, but I put my Harley on the ground. and I showed you how to lift it up like this, and I showed you how to walk it up like that so you can save your back.
Nope.
So this right here, you can hurt your back if you're doing it wrong, especially if you use all back and no legs. And now he has the kickstand. There you go. All right, so we're moving on to this one. Side of the vehicle right there. Slow it down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Good job, handled it. Non-issue. It happens all the time. It's stupid, but it happens. All right, we're moving on to this one. Same rider, merging issues on interstates. I tell you guys that all the time. You don't really have path of travel in front of you, like a perpendicular side of the vehicle. You have people merging with you. So let's go back just a little bit. So this one right here, we are next to an on-ramp. We have to anticipate vehicles are going to want to get on there, like in front of you. So anticipate the vehicles to the right and anticipate the vehicles to the left. The safest spot would be somewhere in the middle lanes. That way you can swerve left, swerve right, and nobody's really hauling ass in the middle. They're usually on the far left, or the people merging and getting on and off are on the right, so the middle is pretty much easier. Yeah, no blinker, but still, you got to anticipate this stuff. You have what's the pattern, class, that we typically see? Class. Mondays and Thursdays, or Tuesdays and Thursdays, 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, class. It's live. We have this big open area in front of us. Look at the lanes next to us, stacked. So who and what would want to get in there in front of you? If you were that white car, wouldn't you want to get into this nice open lane? Same thing. They're wanting to do that too. So if you see this, stay out of blind spots, stay staggered with other people. Make sure you have a good plan, position yourself for safety, locate these hazards, and if you have to, adapt and navigate. So we're getting out of here. We're in the blind spot now. So you have to modulate your speed with the flow of traffic. He couldn't swerve left, he would have hit this vehicle. So part of positioning for safety is always having an escape path, always maintaining a good space cushion, and always maintaining a good line of sight. He's like, I don't know why I turned. He just might be a new rider. All right, so, whoa, what happened here? What happened here? So it looks like everyone turned around, because look at that bike, it's turned that way. We'll do a quick investigation on this. Cool Breeze always finds the crashes.
Yeah, lost traction.
Oh, new tires, right?
He said lost traction, new tires.
Did you dump it or you hold it up?
No, I held it up pretty much.
All right, let's take a quick look. So this is what I like to do with these videos. It's a lot of fun. As soon as we see the first frame. All right, as soon as we see the first frame right here. This rider is aimed this way. This rider is aimed this way. We are slowly going this way. All of us are slowly going this way. So when I see this, what I'm thinking, because we see chevrons for us turning left, I have a feeling they were going the other way, turning right, and this guy up on here went too wide and went up and over on this. This person right here stopped the rescue. That's what that other person is. And Cool Breeze and these other riders were in the front, turned around, and came to assist. I have a feeling that's what happened. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. Typically, you guys call me armchair motorcycle coach, but here's the thing. It's common sense at some points, all right? So we're going to go through here. So maybe they're hauling ass and went wide, so maybe, I say hauling ass, but they were going around the corner, went wide. Could it be because they're hauling ass? Could it be because they just lost traction? Could it be, what was it? We don't know. We didn't see it, but we know specifically because we do all these live streams all the time, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 3 p.m. It's always free for you guys. It's usually too much speed in a corner. It's usually that. So that's what it looks like. Now, how do we get the bike out of there? Now, let's if the bike is still running and it's able to run, I don't know if it can because we hit this curb pretty hard. Why don't we just accelerate and go forward and use the bike's power instead of trying to do us? But then again, I wasn't there. Maybe something else was happening. So they're going to assist. So like to me, it's like, why don't you just keep going? Right? I don't know. If it runs.
Lost traction.
Right, Raul? Raul!
I lost traction.
The music.
New tires, right?
Lost traction. Ah.
Hey, he rode it all the way up. Did you dump it or you hold it up?
No, I held it up pretty much. We do that with mine with it.
All right. That was pretty much it. All right, let's move on to this one. Woo! Here we go. Remember, we're raising money for the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride. Click that link. Oh, somebody needs... Oh, it's a cop. Was he hauling ass? I think that cop was waiting for him. So they probably called each other on the radio. This guy probably did something earlier. Have fun out running a radio.
Alrighty. Was I going a little fast?
Huh?
Was I going a little fast?
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
58.
Thanks for watching till the end.
That's it?
With mine with it.
Going 50 or 60. It's hard to see, but I'm assuming like 50 or 60, but I don't see a speed limit. I'm assuming this is like a 55. So I mean, it says like on my screen I could barely make out 53 miles per hour. Unless it's like a 35-mile-an-hour zone. And that looks like a school off to the right. But this is like a double lane with a median, so I don't know what the speed limit would be. It's a one-way too. I mean, that's not a speed limit sign. I think it was like quota day or something. It's a school zone, but there's no signage saying you have to slow down. It's probably, I mean, you only have to go slow when school's in session. It's definitely a school, but only when school's in session and during the crosswalks. Weston Road. I don't know. I just think the cop was just... I don't agree with a lot of the cops and what they do. I agree with a lot of them, though. Just not all of them, I guess. Anonymous with a $20 donation to the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride. Woo!
Can I take my
Thank you so much.
Alrighty.
Just listen to the cops.
Huh? Was I going a little fast?
Just don't admit anything. Just give them your driver's license. Don't be like, hey, was I going a little fast? Oh, I'm sorry about that. No. Just give him the driver's license. Make him have to work for it. All right? That's it. Also, get yourself a rock form, not ram mount. All right? All right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
58.
Thanks for watching till the end. I hope you've enjoyed it. See you soon in the next video. Right?
All right. Thank you, MotoStars, for the wonderful video. When you think you are fast and then this happens, we do have it linked in the description. So if you want to just check out the video by itself, it's linked in the description. But yeah, having a ton of fun with that. And 2 hours of live streaming. We had a lot of fun prior to class in my dorm room. But let's go to the crew lounge. We got 4 new members. 4 new members. If you want to become a member, click that link in the description and the link in the chat. Let's go to the lounge. Damn, crew, you guys are eating up all these tacos. I better see some rookies cleaning this up. Woo! So what I wanted to share with you guys again at the beginning of the class, I know some of you aren't still here from the beginning, so if you guys are just now joining in, we sold quite a bit of the rescue kits. So if you don't know what the rescue kit is, let's go ahead and get my arm off screen. It is going to be our trauma kit that we have here for Motorcycle Training Concepts. I was playing around with the tourniquet at the beginning of the stream, so if you want to watch that again. But we sold quite a bit of them, and what we did with that money, with a lot of the money, is to increase the production, increase the training that we do here at DanDanTheFireman and Motorcycle Training Concepts. So we ordered a Rescue Randy. If you're a firefighter, EMS, public safety, any of that, you know what a Rescue Randy is. It's a big, large dummy. Like all our rookies. It's a big, large dummy that you could drag around. You can have a lot of fun. I only got the 55-pounder because here's why. I went and spent double the money to get
the trauma portion. So we got an amputated left arm, amputated leg. We have blood that squirts out, so we can actually use the tourniquets. We have everything. So we spent $3,500 on a mannequin that is going to improve our videos. So we want to get the training out for this. So I wanted a mannequin, or I wanted something that will squirt out actual blood so you can see it when I'm tightening it down. I wanted you guys to see that. So it's on back order for 2 to 4 weeks. So I'm hoping it's going to come in soon. But these kits are on pre-order right now, and they should be shipping out anywhere between May 1st and the 21st, because we're waiting on a few supplies to finish up the patch, and then I'm seeing if I can get some extra tourniquets for you guys. But the thing is, we're gonna get that training. We're focused on utilizing all the profits, I guess, all the capital, what you guys are able to bring into the channel and deliver better training. I'm not out here buying dual sport motorcycles and going to these crazy expensive classes across the country to improve myself. I'm wanting to spend the money that you guys help raise with the trauma kits and all the products that we're starting to come out with. And I want to improve you guys. So I want to improve the videos. I want to improve the training systems that we have so that we can, give you a better experience. And then now with this dummy, I mean, it's going to last, if I take care of it, decade or more. So then I can actually take it with me to, do some actual in-person stuff, show the blood squirting out and everything. It's just really cool. So, is that Plow? Oh, Fa. That's a little bit different. Fa, welcome to the crew. Good to have you here. But yeah, that's what we're doing. I just want to give you guys a heads up as the crew members here. I just want to let you guys know, the crew dues, the $2 a month for rookie status and above, and then buying the kit, being a patron, we're utilizing all of that. We're improving. Okay, so don't think I'm out here living it up. I'm really not. This place is expensive. Just ordered 2,000 tacos. All right, here we go. Let's just get back. Let's get back to class real quick. Whew. So if you want to get your own trauma kit, links in the chat. Links in the chat. But yeah, we're pretty much done for today. So we're gonna go into my office. Yeah, let's just do a Q&A in the office. All right. Name them Josh and put them in a fight. Yeah, I'm gonna name it the Rescue Rookie. I'm gonna name it the Rescue Rookie. You guys, it's pretty cool. So if you don't know what it looks like, you want to see what it looks like? I think a lot of you aren't from the beginning of the stream. But real quick, Jason with the 1560, awesome cause. Hope this helps some bros out somewhere. Lots of hurting folks. Life is rough. Hey, I appreciate the donation to the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride. So yeah, let's take a look. Rescue Randy. So this is Rescue Randy. This is a different website, but this is what the dude looks like. So blood squirts out. Blood squirts out of all these different spots. This is what it comes with. So there's the blood lines that you can have it squirt out the face, out the head, out this open wound, out of the amputee part. Right here, same process, same thing. So this is what we ordered. I just wanted to give you guys updates on what it is. So here it is. I mean, it's $3,185 here, plus tax and shipping. So I mean, whew. So that's what we did. We're spending. We're not out here buying ourselves crazy things. So if you buy yourself a trauma kit, we're getting the training down to you. We're getting the training down to you as soon as we can. But probably in the meantime, I'll just put a tourniquet on myself. Just having some fun. Yeah, become a member. Become a member. Ooh. See, and you gotta adjust the. So you got caught. So that's why you make sure your pack. So now I'm gonna put the pack this way.
So got caught on the tourniquet. You have to actually play around with your stuff. So now let's try that again. So I adjusted the thing. Now it opens. They got caught. Got caught on the little ear. No UK shipping right now. No UK shipping. The devices you use specifically to teach your kids to drive a motorcycle. Juan, we use the EFTRs. So this is how I have it set up. Right there. So it's a little tourniquet. Oh yeah. Time. There it is. Go ahead and clean it up a little bit. Let's see. No pulse. There it is. Yeah, shipping to the US only right now. We're gonna work on international shipping for the next one, the next batch. Now you don't want to practice with the tourniquet you currently, you always use, so that's why I'm wanting to I'm contacting my supplier and seeing if we can get some training tourniquets in the store so you guys can get training tourniquets and practice. Set it up. Set it up correctly. If you guys want to practice now, since we don't have any, if you want to practice now, there it is. Let's go ahead and save that for later. You can just get yourself the training one. Just get a training one, and there it is. Oh wait, sold out. No. No way. Did the rescue kit sell out? No. Rescue kits didn't sell out. Yeah, I'm gonna see about getting some of these in our shop. See if we can get them for a better deal than this. That way you guys can practice and train. It'd be very, very important that you guys actually practice. You don't want to practice with the one that you use or that you have in your kit because it stretches it out, but it should be fine. But the main thing is I want you guys to practice with these. So yeah, so if you want to get one yourself, training turn it kit. There you go. Yeah, Jesse, get some rookies out there to clean these bathrooms. Oh, we only got 4 left, guys. We only have 4. Holy crap, we only got 4 kits left. I'll have to check our. We have like 2 backups. I didn't want to go into the backups because then we'd be out of stock for a while. So I might not go more than what's in here. Holy crap. We only have 4 kits left. You guys are insane. Ninja 300 or 400 both good learner bikes? Yes, they're both good. They're both good. Could a safety vest ever be part of the kit? Like what kind? Like a reflective safety vest? Probably not. See, I was playing around with. This comes with the kit too. It's in this package. Everything is going to be sealed and sterile. Only because I just want you guys to have the peace of mind that it is, but it doesn't have to be. And you practice, you put things back, just nice and easy. This is my practice kit. I have my own personal kit in the car and in my motorcycle saddlebag. Yeah, Venom, it is live. Woo! Do I EDC everyday carry? OPSEC, bro. OPSEC. The MSF course is so easy from watching DanDanTheFireman. I'm glad. That's what I want. I want you guys to have that free information. I want you to have that confidence going into these classes so that you're not nervous and make mistakes and doubt yourself and then just not want to go. I want you guys to feel comfortable going to these classes and getting the training, okay? Because what I do is not a replacement. I want you to be comfortable going into it, though. Horse riding injuries, ooh, those are terrible. I've had a few of those. Yeah, safety vests are good. Definitely good. $225 for a sport bike yearly is expensive. No. I spent a lot more, but I also got like really high no, I got really low deductible, but then I got like medical insurance applied to it. I got like the best you possibly can, comprehensive collision, all that stuff. I went off and did a bunch. I passed my MSF with no faults, having never ridden a motorcycle before. Then I credit this community for a lot for that. Hey, Heavy Harris, woo! Atemi food, yeah, it is live. Oh, 2,220. Yeah, that's expensive. Never mind. I was like 225. Hey, let's get some music going. Let's get some music going. A little bit louder. How's that? Broke 4 ribs and punctured a lung at the same time by a horse. Late to class today, long day at work. Hey, Blair, it's all good. We're just finishing it up. We're just finishing it up, but make sure you sign in to get credit for today's class. It's fine. Oh, yeah. Somebody said something about a horse. $99 a month. Oh, that's just registration. Holy crap. Whoa, that's just registration? Yeah, never mind. That is expensive. Holy crap. That's way more. A horse, of course. Good to be back, Fire's Avenger. Woo. All right, I'm confused about this insurance and stuff. Let's go and get rid of my pen. There we are. Any opinions on a good second bike? Fa, what is your first bike? So what I like to do is like, I don't want to get another bike that does what my first bike does. So right now I have a street bike. I mean, it's an FTR 1200S. It's flat tracker, but the main thing, it's designed for the street. So if I was going to get a second bike, I'd get something designed for off the street. So I'd probably get a dual sport. I'd probably get a dual sport as my second bike. If I had a dual sport for my first bike, I'd get a street bike. So that's kind of the process I would go. $150 a month Canadian. Ooh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. It's okay, Ice Bones. Just click it. How does the EFTR look? They're cool. They're cool. They're little tiny things. They're little tiny things. They're a lot of fun though. They're a lot of fun. The kids like them. They're already outgrowing a lot of this stuff though. They're going for the like their mountain bikes and stuff. Rainin, I know. Zai, welcome to the gear giveaway. You guys forget that we have a gear giveaway? Woo! Every month we give away $800 worth of Revzilla gift cards. We might actually be increasing that to $1,000 a month. So we might be adding a 4th and 5th place with $100 each. Yeah, look around for insurance. Definitely look around for insurance. All right, so I'm still waiting on the response. Shishi. I thought I screwed it up, sorry. Shishi. I'm trying. I know quite a bit, like not quite a bit. I know how to do Spanish stuff, but yeah, I need to work on that. Thoughts on a good camera gear to wear, use anything on the chin mount, and then anything with a what's the word stabilization. So like any of the GoPro Hero like 7s and above are good. Chin mount though. Bloodsport or Lethal Weapon? Are we watching? Are you a Champions Club member? Which Lethal Weapon? 1 through 4. 2 was weird. 1 was good. Bloodsport. If I'm having to think. Watching it live from Coleman, Alabama. Byron, how you doing, man? Yeah, the new Chief Dark Horse is amazing. Get a naked bike. Some models get reduced insurance rates due to not being considered sport. Exactly. Yeah. I will remember when I order. Oh, are you talking about for the camera? Are you? One sec. Oh no! So if you just want to get footage from front and rear, then get a motorcycle dash cam. Chin mount. The reason why I like chin mounts is because wherever you look is where that camera is pointed, and you go into super view with the stabilization. It looks clear, and you can get a lot of footage. It's basically like almost like a what's the field of view on super view? I forget, but you get a lot. But if you want, double up. Get a front and rear also. Problem with front and rear, you're not gonna be able to see side to side, so that's maybe get both. Okay, so near future, the GoPro Hero 5 does that too. All right. Yeah, I went from the 4 to the 7. I skipped the 5 and 6. I didn't know they had it. Yeah, I got a Hero 7, black. Uncommon is the common here. Oh, jar. Whew. Yeah, they do exist. So the motorcycle dash cams, there's quite a few of them. Speaking of which, I got, this isn't a dash cam, but I got something from Moto. I haven't even opened it yet. Hey, a little unboxing. This isn't a dash cam, but this is a GPS device for your motorcycle. Do not accept if seal is broken. It's not broken. Let's go ahead and split it open. So Moto, little cable or zip ties. Whoops. It's tiny. It's tiny. Anybody watch what's that Disney movie? Big Hero 6? Reminds me of the... This is a GPS device. I gotta play around with it. But yeah, so the way the motorcycle dash cam mounts work is it's tied into your battery. It's on a looping system. It just covers the front and rear. It's like, reminds me of that. So I gotta play around with this. I don't review bikes because bikes are so subjective. I mean, a lot of it is objective when it comes to CCs and power and brakes, and I get it, but I don't really care too much about that. I care about how it feels, what I'm going to use it for. It's a tool to me. Yeah, so Monimoto, I'm affiliated. I'm an affiliate with them, but I'm not promoting it yet. So I went through the process of getting it, but it doesn't mean I have to do it. That's how I look at things. You know, it's like, oh, thank you for sending this to me, but if I don't like it, I'm not going to tell my audience. So I'm going to test it out. I got to email them back saying I got it. And then if it's good, I'll tell you guys. I'll tell you guys about it and everything. But I don't play around. Uh, 4K video isn't worth it to me yet. Yeah, huge sizes. The cool thing with dash cam is that you get a big SD card and it just rewrites itself, and everyone's like, oh man, it's gonna overwrite the footage. It's like, well, if you get into a crash, it's not gonna overwrite the footage. It's like another 2 days before it overwrites it. So if you get into a crash, you just stop recording. Like, I've heard that before. It's like, it overwrites the footage, you'll lose your footage if you crash. It's like, well, are you writing for like 3 more days after you crash, or are you pulling that footage right away? You know? But he likes it too? Okay, so I mean, it does hold sway with me. If he likes it, then I might like it. Because it's a tool. That's all it is. It's a tool. It doesn't have to be flashy. The fact that it's a GPS tracker and I can see where my bike goes, that's important to me. So it's just a tool. If he likes it, he understands the tool aspect of it. It's to be used. It's not to be put on a pedestal. You know, oh, like Nike and Apple. It's like, ooh, Nike and Apple. It has to be good. If it's not good, it's not good. So if he says it's good, then I might do that. What kind of music is this? Hey, Krakenson. He's a character, Jigga. New rider 2021 Vulcan S. ABS learning a lot from. Hey, you're doing a great job then if you're here. Woo! When will you start custom bike builds? I don't. That's not in my scope. It's not something I truly do care about. There's people that are better than me at that and want to do it. I don't want to do it. It'd be like asking Chase on Two Wheels, when are you going to start doing a trauma series where you show us how to apply tourniquets, and then you're just asking for people to do stuff that they're not going to do. When did I start riding FA? November 2011. When will I start beard maintenance videos? I keep telling you guys. It's like you guys keep asking. I literally I wash it 2 to 3 times a week, or every 2 to 3 days, whatever that is. After a ride, I'll do it, but I wash it with like Selsun Blue style shampoo. It's prescribed to me, but it's the same stuff. And I blow dry it after every shower. So I don't wash it most of the time. I get out of the shower, it's wet. I blow dry it and comb it out until it's dry. That's it. If you want to submit your own videos, guys, we have a link for that. A bike fac. No, it's a rescue kit. It's a moto rescue kit. And the reason why it's called a moto rescue kit is because it comes with this card too. So it comes with this card. After a moto crash, remain calm, ensure your own safety, stop the bleeding, quickly assess severity. So it comes with this kit, or it comes with this card. It's a rescue, RESQ. And on the back side, it tells you what to do if they have any of these symptoms. So we're going to make a bigger version of this. But these will probably be on sale by themselves too. You don't have to buy the kit for it. And look, it fits inside a wallet. This is my wallet right now. Fits inside a wallet. I actually keep one in my wallet. I have long hands. Is 3,800 miles in 4 months normal for a new rider? I hit 9,000 in 4 months. So yeah, you're on pace. I hit 30,000. No, I'm sorry. I hit 13,000 in 6 months. So I kind of slowed down towards the end. No, you're loving it. You're loving the ride, man. You're loving the ride, so you're gonna do it. Do I have a beard sticker on your bike? No, I have a mustache on my helmet. Any tips for beard management while on the bike? No, there's nothing you can do, Grimbeard. There's nothing I could have done. I said like a manual next. What do you mean? Just want to say thank you for what you do, new rider here, and learned a lot. Hey, son Jim. Woo! Guys, we have a Discord server where the rest of the crew hang out. And it's free. There's a new rider section. So new rider questions, maintenance and gear, parking lot practice section, all that stuff. We're going to have a ton of fun. Ton of fun. It's free. Yeah, Discord's always popping off. Discord is always popping off. It's really cool. Had it for years now. J-Can, thank you so much. That feels bad. Do you think educational channels such as yours could eventually lead to lower death crash rates among riders? I think so. Hey, and Ben, I hope so. I hope so. But remember, who are we talking to then? I mean, we can only do so much with the internet. The internet could do a lot. But people have to actively seek out me. So it's my job to hopefully grab some people from different audiences. I need to do it more local stuff. I need to hit different, mediums, just not just visual, but also auditory. So maybe the podcast again, doing it live versus video on demand. I'm hoping to just change a few lives here and there because that's all I hope to do. And then hopefully those people can change a few more lives. That's why part of the Smart Rider Principles is teaching and mentoring. So the last part is teaching and mentoring. So if you can teach and mentor a new set of riders based off of the stuff you learned from me, it multiplies. It multiplies. Do I tour international and teach? No, not yet. I would love to. I don't even tour locally and teach yet. I've been. You guys are my guinea pigs. I'm refining everything. So, So there's something called tacit knowledge. Anybody here know what I'm talking about? Anybody here know what I'm talking about when it comes to tacit? T-A-C-I-T? Robert, welcome. Robert, yeah. So when it comes to knowledge, let's go over here. I just grabbed the first page that I can come up with. Let's go ahead and pause the music so I could talk a little bit serious right now. Okay, so no 10, you got it. So tacit and explicit. So I see. Here's the thing: explaining tacit knowledge is in itself hard to do. Therefore, it's tacit. So implicit versus explicit. So I'm just gonna read it. So tacit knowledge embedded in the human mind through experience and jobs, know-how, and learning embedded with the minds of people, personal wisdom and experience, context specific, more difficult to extract and codify. Tacit knowledge includes insights and intuitions. Explicit knowledge, so right here, knowledge codified and digitized in books, documents, reports, memos, documented information that can facilitate action, knowledge that is easily identified, articulated, shared, and employed. So all knowledge starts off as tacit knowledge. And then those people that are good teachers and good educators can turn tacit knowledge into explicit knowledge. That is what I'm doing, and that is what I struggled to do for as long as I can think of. Being a parent is basically tacit knowledge. There's no real books. Whenever you hear like there's no guide to it, you just have to live it. That's tacit knowledge. And that is somebody that says, I can't explain it to you, you have to go through it. So my job when it comes to the life experiences that I have with the EMS, fire, becoming a motorcycle coach, becoming an accident management instructor, those are things I lived through, and those are things I'm trying to bring to you through explicit knowledge, where it's digitized in books, documents, reports. It's easily identified, articulated, shared, and employed. So that's what I'm trying to do. Anybody hear about the like just it's what and it's kind of mean to say, but it's true, sort of. Where they say like professional athletes make terrible coaches, something like that. It's something similar. It's like those that can do, those that can't teach. You ever hear something like that? That's not true 100% of the time. So those that can, they do it. Like they do what they're supposed to do, but they're terrible at teaching because they're really good with tacit knowledge and they're very good with just doing what they know and then learning, explicit knowledge and applying it to their life. Those that teach, a lot of them just teach information that they were taught and can read and just kind of share the knowledge. Those that have tacit or the knowing how, if they can turn that into teachable materials, that is the real ticket. That is the ticket right there. So, speed. So my goal is to not just be somebody that goes and takes a bunch of classes and courses, and then as soon as I take them, I'm out here, hey guys, this is what I learned from this class. Therefore, you should know it. Well, you guys didn't go through my experience. So then what do? Well, you guys should go take the class. Don't listen to me. Hey, I'm just a YouTuber. You should go take a class. That's kind of a cop-out to me. I think what you should be doing as an educator is going out and experiencing these things and finding a way to make it relatable to the general audience. And that's tough. That's extremely hard. And it's not something most people can do. And it's something I'm struggling to do. But it's something that I feel is the best way to do it. So I don't take the easy routes on this stuff. So to kind of look a little bit more into it. So explicit knowledge, so it's structured, it's already structured. It's already externalized, so you don't have to, think about it too much. Easy to share, easily documented. So somebody already made the book, tacit, subjective, cognitive, experiential learning. So I learned it. I went through it. How do I explain it to you? But you don't have the lived experience I have. So it's very personal, context sensitive and specific. So when you guys ask me what kind of bike you should get, it's like, well, what are you going to use it for? Let's start thinking about it. I mean, I could tell you the best bike in the world. I just look it up. But is it the best bike for you? It's context. Dynamically created. So that's why I decided to make motorcycle training, the brand, the division of DanDanTheFireman, motorcycle training concepts. A concept. It's an idea that constantly changes with new information. So dynamic. It's dynamic. That's why I made it. There's a method to my madness, guys. Difficult to share, difficult to capture. That's my life. I spend, for every hour of video I create for you guys, I spend at least 40 to 50 hours planning it. At least. I'm 1 month ahead. My brain works 1 month ahead. So everything that's happening now, I already thought about a month ago. At least. It's so hard. That's what she said. Hard to transfer, teach, and learn. Yeah. Involves a lot of human interpretation. So that's what I love about the after action review process. Because these people we're witnessing personal, context sensitive and specific situations. We're learning from it. That's why I think you guys are getting a huge benefit with these after action reviews. Exactly. No, 10. It's like, how do you explain that? You have to start breaking it down, and then you can just start naming factors, and they're like, well, how does that make a crash? And it's like, well, and it's another difficult thing to do. Yeah, so Calvin, yeah, those that have a natural gift have a hard time explaining what to do because it's natural and they never needed to focus on the fundamentals. Exactly. Exactly. And sometimes the best professional athletes and people that are in their field are the worst teachers because they just say, well, you don't know that? And it's like, no, I don't. So to me, being empathetic and understanding and trying to meet them where they're at is what a good educator is all about. I take being an educator way more seriously than being the best motorcycle coach, than being the best trauma casualty coach. Being an educator and how to deliver any knowledge I absorb is what I strive to do. I try to be the best at that. You know where I can find a new? No, I don't know, Devin. You can ask that in the Discord though. I put the fear of God in your soul. Hey, I'm just letting you know what the risks are. Yep. No 10, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, Giz, I think I said it right. Dude, Robot 24, that's an old book. That's an old book. And that was years ago. And that's why I haven't created a new book, because it's like, I don't want to create a new book every 6 months, every year. It's an old book, but I've really dove into it, and we're coming up. We're having a whole new Smart Rider Principle book, a whole new book, very large book, has tons of information. We're talking at least 80 pages of pure information, no waste, and it talks about everything you need. And then we're gonna create a course around it. Thank you, I appreciate that. Thank you for these videos. I already had a few close calls this season, and because I've been watching Insane Yellow Zone and avoided injury, asa, woo! And that's the thing is, guys, when I do the whole implicit knowledge, it's like, how do I share it? It's not easily. It's hard to document all these different things. It has a high value. I mean, look at this. I mean, do you think I would spend time and money on this obviously, if I had an ego, this would be like something I would want to create for myself. But how fun is this? How fun is this? If you're having fun, you're learning. That's the whole point of everything. That's the whole point of all of this. If you're having fun, you're learning. So I want to make it fun. I'm meeting you guys where you're at. We're on YouTube, everybody. We're live streaming. We know, right? So it's like, I'm meeting you guys where you're at. I read Reddit all the time. I live on the internet because I like doing it, but at the same time, I'm learning about my audience. So I want to make sure. And then because I've dealt my whole life in IRL, doing EMS and stuff, so I know how to talk in person if I wanted to, but I haven't done very much in person stuff because of COVID. So I'm looking forward to get back to that, and I'm looking forward to be rusty as hell. But right here, this is my main focus. So I'm working really hard on this. Oh, did we get another order? No. No way. Guys, we only have like a couple left. We literally only have a couple left of the rescue kit. Holy crap. Wow. Shishi, I don't know. It's terrible. I think it's really dumb. I think but it wouldn't be there if it wasn't. I mean, people are buying it, and they're trying to meet the rider where they're at. No 10, the CPM is kind of in the tank. So I don't make a ton of guys, I don't like I said, like this right here was the very first product I ever made, and it was such a huge success that I was just like, I got to buy a mannequin. I bought a $3,500 trauma mannequin that bleeds out of every limb, out of the chest, and I can do some more training. Like, that's all I care about. All I care about is training. All I care about is training, and then having the best resources to allow me to train. So I wear my own uniform. These America Chubbies are like 8 years old. I mean, all my clothes are Hanes t-shirts, which are actually pretty nice. And little Hanes just color shirts that you get in a pack of like 6 at Walmart. I wear my socks down until they have holes. I buy shoes on clearance and I wear them down until they have holes. And it's just what I don't care. I don't care about money. I don't care about living large. I care about one thing and one thing only. Serving the public. Literally. Do you only have one pair of the America shorts? Yeah. Because they're still good. Yeah, so that's why we're focusing on this. That's why we're focusing on this. And I do have I'm the sole employee, but I got some contractors. I got an editor now, and I got somebody writing blogs. My wife's a huge help. She's honestly does more than I do in terms of keeping me sane and a few other things. So we just got a huge shipment of. Let's see if I can show you. Probably won't even show up on. You guys can barely see it. Those are just boxes. Those are just cardboard boxes. That's the garage. And it's like, we don't have. It's just fun. I just want to share with you guys. It's just really cool, really fun. And we spent hundreds of dollars in shipping supplies alone. And it's like, this is so interesting, so cool to see. It's like, I would never been able to do it if you guys didn't support this channel. Classic motovlogs at some point. I would love to. It would probably be on motorcycle training concepts. I don't like to just talk about me. If I speak, it's gotta be educational. So I like doing the ride along with, but maybe who knows? I don't have time right now. Sholo's fun, Bailey. I want to go ride up to Sholo. AZ riding jacket. Hey, we just got another order. Oh shoot, are we almost out? An AZ jacket. I have. You guys are insane. I have the Fly Cool Pro 2 jacket. And I'm just checking the inventory. We got 2 left. Oh, you guys are amazing. There's so much good we can do with this. The Reacts Ultimesh jackets are good. Fly Cool Pro 2 is one I've kept. The Joe Rocket Phoenix jacket is really good. Mesh jackets they're really good. Starlink, was that you just bought one? Note 10, how many did I start off with? I started off with 50. Those sold out immediately. And then I added 25 more. So that's 75. And then I added just 5 more. So this is 80 total. 80. And that's it. There's only 2 left. Because I mean I have 100, but I wanted to keep some in stock. I wanted to keep some. This is just pre-order. Once it's off pre-order, I want to put the last 20, which this is one of them, so it's not going to be the last 20, so I'm going to keep at least 5 for training local. So I got to order more. That's why I'm talking to the supplier right now and seeing what we can do. I want to get orange tourniquets. I want to get some other stuff. It's just guys are insane. But yeah, I bought a $3,500 dummy. And then I got to spend more to order more. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. Thanks, Mr. Big Pop or Big Poops. Expected ship date. So I did put May 1st to the 21st. So it's more than likely going to be like May 14th to the 21st. Because we're still waiting on the patch, but I'm going to email my patch maker and see where they're at. But if we can get, because I'm going to talk to the supplier and see if I can get some blue trainer ones in as quick as possible, and then if I can, we'll see what we can do with those too. What's up, Daniel? How you doing? Fires Avenger. I'm going to have an e-course. There's going to be an e-course utilizing the dummy. The goal is to pay for the dummy for itself, but yeah, that's the concept. What's up, Nicholas? How you doing? Dr. V? Whew. Guys, I gotta get going. I hope you guys had a great time. We're gonna do this again Thursday at 3 p.m. Might start it early, have a little chitty chat. But before you guys leave, make sure you hit that like button to sign in. But I gotta get going. And stickers, we'll probably make some more, but it'll be like a sticker pack. We're not gonna sell individuals because it's just we would have to sell them for a lot. All right. Anyways, here we go, guys. Thank you so much. Truly do appreciate it. If you want to help donate, please do so. Links in the chat right now. Don't sign out, Near. Don't sign out.